Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. Can also text BMMS and what you want to say to 82945. Listen online, the website that rocks, KMOD.com. Past shows are available on iTunes. Search under BMMS. Listen with your cell phone. Get the iHeartRadio app. Available from the app store of your cell phone provider. More on that at iHeartRadio.com. And we're on Facebook. Facebook.com/BMMS69. That's where you can hang out with us each and every day. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Corbin.
Good morning, Gimpy.
Well, good morning.
We got tickets to Aerosmith. That show's been announced. Going to be at the BOK Center November 4th with the Black Crows. Tickets go on sale Friday morning at 10 a.m. We're going to see what Lindsay wants to talk about. We have our top 5 songs. Top 5 songs to get you hyped for summer from listener Jamanda or J Amanda or Jamanda.
Jamanda.
I think so.
Or Jamanda. And we're going to talk Tulsa Drillers baseball. And we're going to be out Friday, Cinco de Mayo, Los Cabos and Jinx, the 18th annual Cinco de Mayo block party. Cinco de Mayo on a Friday?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
We're all wearing sombreros that day. Y'all ain't got a problem with it on Friday, huh?
Nope.
Qualifying people for Harley Days of May as well, every hour. And Harold Munns of Tulsa heard the cue. So Harold now has a chance to win a 100th anniversary Harley Davidson Dyna Wide Glide from Steel Horse Motorcycles inside Oklahoma Outdoor World, just off Route 66 in Sapulpa. Make sure you qualify every hour with us and throughout the day as well from Steel Horse Motorcycles and 97.5 KMOD. Saw this story, and there's a part in the story that has me like, huh? So a principal in Florida has to have been forced to resign, or she chose to resign, after she sent $100,000 to who she thought was Elon Musk.
Oh my. Why does she have to resign for being stupid?
Probably.
Typically, when leaders lose the faith in their ability to be leaders,
right. I mean, bump her down a little bit, maybe like assistant principal.
Then they step down or out of the way, and she also used school funds.
Oh, well, yeah, then that makes sense then.
And why would Elon Musk need $100,000 from a school?
She said she was groomed by someone for months who was pretending to be the CEO of Twitter, SpaceX. And she says, quote, "I am a very smart lady, well-educated. I fell for a scam."
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably well-educated.
Yeah, sure. Went to school for 4 years or more. Mm-hmm.
Smart is one of those, it's light mail. Like,
Right.
What is smart?
Obviously not this lady.
You can tell me an algorithm, explain it to me, or explain the Fibonacci theory to me, and also fall for scams.
I guess it happens, but much like Lindsay said, it's Elon Musk, man. I mean, if Elon's like, "Hey, run a little low, can you spot me 100,000?" Something doesn't seem right about that.
Yeah.
He apparently promised a return. Where'd it go? $6 million.
Oh, well, then of course, here, take my money, please. No.
To me, there's two things. One, you fell for it. And two, you chose to use school funds to do it.
That's bad.
See, that to me would have to be approved by the school board. Because, I mean,
she had clearance to write checks up to $50,000.
That's
All right, you write two of those.
50,000. She spent 100,000.
Well, you can write 2 checks.
Well, still.
People will find a way.
Yeah.
If you have clearance to write $10,000 checks, you'll just write 10.
Right. And I kind of could see where her mind is at. All right, well, I mean, I've got access to $100,000 and I'm going to get $6 million in return. Man, if I can just put back the $100,000 that I took and the rest of the money's going to be all mine.
She said she'd been trying to get him and his money involved in STEM school for years. And that, so maybe she was adding him or whatever.
Okay.
And then some hacker was like, hey, here's a potential honey hole.
Yeah, that could be.
And then they just picked up where they left off and then pursued it further. But to me, there's a couple things. One, you're a smart person. I believe you.
Mm.
You thought you were talking to Elon Musk. Weird.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you thought 100,000 would turn into 6 million.
That seems legit.
And a Ponzi scheme. That's what they always say.
Mhm.
So to me, there's two factors where you didn't display intelligence.
Right.
Any level-headed person, I feel like, should understand that type of return is not possible.
Mhm.
It's not. It is a fantasy.
Yeah.
But you just bought it hook, line, and like you just believed it.
Yeah. I could see maybe doubling your money. All right.
Okay.
Give us 100,000. You'll get back 200,000.
I also think that's crazy, but
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I
Like
could
I
see
could
that.
wrap my head around that.
Yeah. But 6 million. Phew, no way.
Unless you're buying a franchise of, say, McDonald's chains, I'm not buying it.
Okay.
You're
Even
not getting a
then,
return.
to buy of 6 franchisees
Right.
Mhm.
for $100,000, that's not equal money.
What a
You would
bargain.
need at least probably $1 million
Mm,
to get involved at that level.
right.
Definitely.
So you're not even. It's still not matching up, in my opinion.
I wonder how many other people sent this scammer $100,000. You know, my dad got scammed before he died. He got scammed. Sent like somebody like $25 in the mail. He's like, oh, if I do this, I'm like, Dad, I'd be weary of that. But he did it anyway. And he comes back a couple weeks later. It was a scam.
$25?
Yeah.
I ain't hating.
Right. But that adds up after time. You get $25 from my dad.
Totally
how many
on the other
dads are you
end.
getting in? Yeah.
I'm
So-
speaking as the person getting taken advantage of.
Oh, yeah. The $25, that's not a big deal. Doesn't seem like it. Lose $25. But the fact of it is like 100,000 here. How many other 100,000s were out there that this person got?
For sure.
Mhm.
For sure. That's like, hey, you have a chance to, be your own boss and get rich. Just buy, $2,000 worth of sheets
Right.
and sell them to your friends. They're the best sheets. That's
Yeah.
why they can only be bought through us.
Exactly.
And now you're selling
Exclusive.
guns in Afghanistan.
Right. That's the plot of the movie War Dogs.
Yes. Need to watch that, Lindsay.
But I get it. The Watcher's on, so.
Yeah, right.
But the idea of like you've got to put money up front,
Mm.
it just doesn't work. Is that just blind faith? Because you hear the name Elon Musk. I think blind faith is so dangerous.
It is dangerous. Going into anything blind is dangerous, right? Blind faith, just being blind in general, walking into walls and stuff. I mean, it's not good at all. And I think people just want it so bad. They want the $6 million in this case so bad, or to say that they're in partnership with Elon Musk or whatever the
Or
case
to say,
is.
look, I got $6 million. Like
Sure.
all ego, yeah?
Yeah, so they're like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. I'll do whatever it takes. And then you look like an ass when you get duped.
Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, somebody texted in. Not only did she fall for it, but numerous people told her it was a scam, and she did it anyway.
That's a good point.
I'm a doctor.
Mhm.
Are you a doctor?
Right.
Yeah.
You're a doctor of history.
Right. It's a PhD, not a DR.
Right. You're a dentist.
Right.
You're a chiropractor.
Mhm.
You're not a brain surgeon.
Have you guys ever been fallen for a scam before? I see that stuff from miles away, and I'm like, no, stay away from it. Like you said, if you have to pay for it up front, it's never good.
Yeah, most likely a scam.
hmm
I don't think so. I got we did buy a vacuum once that we thought was going to be really awesome. And turns out it was great for a couple of years, but it was way too expensive. And it was one of those come to the house and they sell it to you. You get like a bunch of free laundry soap when you listen to this speech about this vacuum cleaner. And yeah, it was like, honestly, like a $1,300 vacuum cleaner. And we had it for like two really good years of good life. of
I
this
wouldn't call that a
vacuum.
scam. You got
No.
2 years out of it.
Yeah. A scam is if you paid $1,300 for it and it craps out on you the next week or, the next
Or you
day
get
or so.
nothing.
Or you get
We'll
nothing.
ship you the vacuum.
Yeah,
and you
that's
get
true.
nothing.
Yeah, but you got 2 years use out of it. You said good use out of it. So I think you got your money's worth.
I don't think you got your money's
I
worth,
don't
but
think
you
so.
but you definitely got taken advantage of, but I wouldn't call it
Yeah.
a scam
Mhm.
because you got something.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think so. It is possible that I've blocked it out,
Okay.
right? Like
Okay.
whatever shame or embarrassment like has made me compartmentalize it somewhere,
Right.
but I can't recall one.
Mhm.
I said it yesterday. I don't trust people.
Right.
So when somebody's like, "Hey, yes, just give me your Zelle information
Mm-hmm.
and I'll pay you," I'm like, EAD.
Right,
No.
Right. Cutco Knives was like, hey, you can sell our knives, but you have to buy the kit. That's $400, but listen, you'll make up for it in your first couple of sales. I says, no way. No way. I'm not going to pay you to sell your stuff. Get bent.
We've talked about it on the show many times. It doesn't come in just the form of like this, but it comes in the form of charities too, right? Coney 2012, remember?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What happened to that?
I don't know.
Not a damn thing.
Nothing, because it was a scam.
Mm-hmm. That some people fell for.
Yeah. Numerous.
A lot of people, yeah, for sure. Send us your money, use your time, whatever it is.
So then is that ignorance, or is that you, like even this woman, her faith was that it was to create a STEM program for the school that she was in charge of.
Yeah.
So was her intentions in the right spot? Do you get a pass when your intentions are in the right spot?
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no. You don't get a pass. You don't get a pass because although your intentions were well, you had plenty of warning signs beforehand to be like, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
No, it'll work out.
Right? Plenty of signs just in the email, the messages, plenty of people that said, no, it's a scam. Don't do it. No, you don't get a pass.
Lindsay? You want to say yes, just say yes.
I do want to, but I'm with Gimpy. No, you don't get a pass.
Yeah. If you hurt people, you don't get a pass. If you only hurt yourself, you get a pass.
Okay. Well, I mean, essentially, she hurt a bunch of students. Taking $100,000.
The check got canceled, so the money never got taken.
Okay. Well, then we'll give you that one. Either way, no pass. No pass for stupidity. Got a text here that says, speaking of taking an advantage and losing money, how's your crypto, Corbin? This one says, I'm down $2,000.
Yeah. Where's everybody's take on that, huh?
Yeah, right. Because we're all going to be millionaires a couple years ago.
You idiots. You idiots.
You started off with $200.
I had two different investments. One was $40, and then another one was $200.
Okay.
I took. So hold on. I got to.
See, I didn't know that you did a second round.
Yeah, I did. Initially, I just did 20.
Okay.
And then I was like, well, let's see how this works out. So I think this is the one.
And this was a couple years ago, like 3 years ago or something like that.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Ooh.
What do you got?
Did you get a jump? Did you go up?
Are you a millionaire? Are we going to stop the show?
I am going to have to
consult your financial advisor.
It's zero.
Oh,
Really?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it's zero.
Sorry, you're such a loser.
How about that, though?
Yeah, because last time we checked, and it probably had been
was like
a little
$40
while.
or something.
You didn't have that much.
Oh, there it goes. It refreshed. Okay.
Oh.
I was like, first of all, let's be clear. I wrote that check and put that I put that money in. I automatically was like, it's gone.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I wouldn't have cried. 65 is what it's at.
65.
So I've lost $134 since 2021.
That's not bad, I guess. I mean, you lost.
I
money
lost
regardless.
$134
Over the span of 2 years.
Yeah, it should go the other direction.
Right. But that's how the stocks go, man. That's
No,
how-
the stocks do not go that way.
They
If you
go
look
up
at
and
the
they go
no, if you look at the history of the stock market,
Mhm.
there's a 2 to 5% return every year.
Okay. See, I don't know. I don't mess with it because I don't want to, or I don't know, lose my money.
Yeah, but you don't.
Mhm.
If you leave it in there
Mhm.
and play the long game, you don't lose money.
I play the long game twice a day.
No, you don't.
You.
And then my other one, I put. It says there's $20 in there, and I think I started with 40, maybe,
Okay.
if I remember correctly. So
Yeah, either way, you're not gaining.
yeah, that experiment has proven that that's a bunch of malarkey.
Could be worse. You could be the guy that's down $2,000.
Yeah, where are all those people that got all this money?
Mm,
I have a friend of a friend who got all this money. What
Right.
are they doing now?
Right,
Where's
right.
your friend of a friend now?
Right.
Oh no, was he such an amazing investor that he knew to dump?
Right.
Right.
Come on now.
I don't think anyone knew.
You get one removed. My brother, okay.
Right.
But you go, my brother's friend, I'm out.
Mm.
I ain't believing you.
I made $10,000 off of crypto so far, Corbin. You got in at the wrong time.
Sure.
That's what it says.
How much have you lost?
That's a good question.
Because I know people that go to casino,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And they love to tell me when they win.
Right.
They don't tell me when they lose.
Right. It's more fun to say I won 10,000 than I lost.
Exactly.
10,000.
All right, we got tickets to Aerosmith live at the BOK Center November 4th. We'll give those away. We'll see what Lindsay wants to talk about, and we got our top 5 songs.
More of the big
Your situational awareness. I don't.
No.
No, seems like a lot.
Another one that is a button. Calm down.
Yes.
Calm down is a move someone says to try and establish alpha.
Right. Dominance.
Yeah.
Instead of peeing on their leg or whatever.
Yeah.
Just calm down.
This line. I work hard. When I hear this line, I just laugh inside. Because if you have to announce you
Right.
work hard, you don't.
A king that has to say he is king is no king.
Right.
Game of Thrones.
You are insecure in your hard work ethic
Right.
that you must pronounce to the world that you do.
Uh-huh.
When letting your actions should reflect that, right? I reject the premise of that question. If you said that to me, I'd probably laugh.
Mhm.
Get out of here with that.
Gimpy and I laugh about this one all the time. If I were you,
Oh, you should just.
you should just as a variation of
right
that.
along the same lines.
You
yeah.
need to.
This is another one I love. Threat to our democracy.
Oh, good Lord.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Mm.
Oh, I was
Must
thinking
be
of more
nice.
like you must be nice.
No. Must be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Are we there yet? It must have been when I got my white New Balance that I realized how annoying that phrase is.
Yes, absolutely.
Dad mode, man. I can't stand that. Are we there yet? You'll know. How will I know? When I park the car.
Right. Then you stop at the gas station to take a whiz, right? Because you've been on the road for 16 hours. Are we there yet? But you said we were there when you stopped the car. I got to piss. Shut up.
Annoying things people say. I'm the type of person.
Ugh.
Hear me out.
No.
Per my last email.
In other words, I ain't going to say it again.
No, meaning you didn't read it.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
Do your own research.
Lazy is.
Because I said so. Sure.
Mm-hmm. That's a good dad answer right there. Well, why? Because I said so. That's why.
Right. But if you think about it, when
Mhm.
you're trying to shape a young mind, it gives no context. You don't learn from that.
And I'm
No.
so guilty of that.
Totally. Every
Mm.
parent is.
Absolutely.
It's an easy answer. If you're saying that, you're already frustrated.
Mhm. Exactly. And I even read an article
Oh, good.
years ago saying why you shouldn't say that to your kids.
And
just like you said, because you're shaping a young mind, it gives them no real reason as to why they shouldn't do this or that. You should give them a reason
right.
behind why you're saying no.
It's an interpretation like a confrontation
Mhm.
rather than no, I just don't understand.
Right.
I'm only saying what everyone's thinking.
Yeah. I've said that before.
Yeah, me same.
I don't like drama.
Hell yeah. Everybody says that.
And yet, here we are.
It's a
Mhm.
lie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lie.
Yeah. It's only said by those people who create the drama
Mhm.
or are involved in the drama.
Mhm.
Just giving you a hard time.
That means I'm an asshole, and I notice that I've hurt your feelings, so therefore I've got to smooth things over. I'm just giving you a hard time, man.
Yeah. That's just how I was raised. I hate this statement
Right.
because you can't evolve. We can't evolve as people.
No.
You can't want to break the cycle that happened to
Right.
you.
No.
I get it.
No. Those issues are deep rooted inside me.
Right. And therefore, everyone must be exposed to them
Absolutely.
because I was.
Mm-hmm.
3 charged in kidnapping extortion plot. 3 people have been arrested after torturing a man in a hotel room in Tennessee. It happened on the 21st of this month when police say 25-year-old Jessica Mortensen lured a 25-year-old man to a hotel room. Inside the room, 41-year-old Harry Kingham and 37-year-old Joshua Frazier forced the victim to remove his clothes, then held him at gunpoint while taking him to the bank to withdraw thousands of dollars. The victim was then thrown out of the car in his driveway.
Oh, damn.
All 3 suspects then returned to the hotel where the incident happened, where police found them.
Yeah, and you never go back to the scene. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
There's a drug involved, Lindsay. Can you guess what drug is involved?
Meth.
Yes.
Nothing good comes out of methamphetamine.
Nope.
Yeah, and apparently he made an arrangement because he knew this girl from high school, and he made an arrangement for sex for $300, and the police were like, we're not charging him with solicitation. He's the victim here.
Mhm.
Right.
Even though he was participating in a crime, they knew he would fall for it.
Mm-hmm.
They clearly took advantage of him for hours
Yeah.
and made him give up his information. So he's not getting charged with. So I don't know if maybe he was somebody of some sort of brain disorder or
Okay.
on the spectrum or something that made him, according to the news report, gullible.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe just one of those lonely dudes, and this was the hot chick in high school. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Megan
Mhm.
wants me now?
Yeah.
Well, Megan's, 45 right now and has got 6 kids and a drinking problem, but
Meth problem.
a meth problem. And, but it's okay because he remembers teenage Megan. And he's like, well, I'm going to get me some of that.
Yeah.
Finally, I get to touch my unicorn. And, well, they left you naked in your driveway.
Yeah.
On the upside of that, at least they dumped him in his driveway and not, I don't know, traveling down the highway.
The police report said they threw him out of the car in his driveway with like a bag of garbage. That's what the report said.
Like a bag of garbage or with a bag of
Like
garbage?
a bag of garbage.
Okay. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
But he's alive and he is at his house.
All right. The proverbial question.
Uh-huh.
How many days off does he get after being kidnapped, tortured, thrown in his driveway like a bag of garbage? How many days off do you get from something like that? These are bonus days. You're not using vacation or sick days.
We're just going to go ahead and give you some time off to recoup.
Yeah, we as a company empathize with that crazy situation.
Mm-hmm.
You get some days off to recover. That happened on a Friday, the 21st of last Friday. Lindsay.
So, does he have wounds? Like when we say he's tortured?
Irrelevant.
Let's not ask questions.
Well, give him.
How many days does he get off? He's been robbed. He's been abused.
Tortured, kidnapped, robbed, trust defiled.
Mm-hmm.
How many days?
I want to give him 2 weeks.
Okay. Because?
Especially if he's got wounds on him, I want to let him heal up. You know what I mean? Like if he's got some bruising on his face, things
Bruising's
like that.
3 days.
Bruising isn't going to cause anybody else at work to get, some kind of infectious disease if he has one.
No, that's true. I'll stick with
2
2
weeks. Okay. Gimpy.
Good Lord, that's a lot of 2 days. 2 days. That happened on a Friday. You get Saturday, Sunday. I'll give you Monday and Tuesday. You bring your ass back to work on Wednesday. And if you've got gashes all over yourself, put some goddamn butterfly stitches on that thing and get your ass back to work.
Take as long as you need. You're damaged goods now. If I get you back, you're hardly going to be the person. Whether you get 2 weeks or you're back on Monday, it's going to take a week for you to quell the office chatter.
Right.
So you're damaged goods. You're not coming back the same person. Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. Let's go ahead and do news quickies. These are stories you may have missed in the news. We cover them here and put a link on our Facebook page, facebook.com/BMMS69. Not that one, this one.
It's time for news quickies, world news, local news, and news that just makes you say, what the Now here's Corbin, Gimpy, and Lindsay with what's going on. News quickies from the Big Man Morning Show at 97.5 KMOD.
Well, speaking of scams, Alaska man faces 21 felony charges for phony moose guiding service. Michael McHale Beans, 34 years old of St. Mary's, Alaska, faces 2 felony charges for Lacey Act violations and 19 felony counts of wire fraud stemming from $59,000 collected from unsuspecting moose hunters. A federal grand jury in Anchorage charged Beans on April 21st. More than 30 hunters have fallen victim to Beans' ploy since October of 2021. They paid him for guiding services on moose hunts scheduled for September of 2022 and 2023. Beans then canceled the hunts without providing refunds to those clients. 2 clients, however, actually went on bull moose hunts with Beans and were eventually very successful. But Beans' lack of big game guide or transporter license rendered those hunts illegal. So when they went to process the meat or whatever, or take them back, they were like, wait a minute, you're not licensed for this. So an arraignment date has yet to be set, but Beans could face up to 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine if convicted.
If you just go with the headline, it makes it sound like people invested in some sort of navigation system.
Right.
Based off meese.
Right. Hey, meese need guidance too. You know?
You can do it, man.
Right.
You can cross that river.
So tell me, Mr. Moose, how do you feel today?
The ice is thick enough. You're fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's no orcas over there. Couples charged with theft left baby in the car surrounded by drugs. So this happens just last Saturday in New Braunfels, Texas. There were 2 couples and a baby, a man, a woman, and a baby. So the 4 adults and the baby go to their local Dick's Sporting Goods. One couple, man and woman, go inside while another couple sits in the car with the baby. So the one couple goes inside, they start swiping some things, they get caught. And they run outside and they hop in their car and they take off all 5 of them before the police show up. But the cops were able to track them down after a little bit of a chase. They finally stopped them. They cuffed everybody up. They started searching the car. That's where they found this 8-month-old baby in the back seat, had all kinds of drugs and paraphernalia hidden in the car seats and around the car seat. Everybody got popped for what is it? It is engaging in organized criminal activity. Everybody got that one except for the baby. The baby didn't have a choice in that one. Okay. But,
so,
right? Throw the book at him. But the mom, she also got popped. Listen to this. The mother of the baby got popped for possession of marijuana, okay, greater than 2 ounces, 2 charges of possession of a controlled substance because she had coke and meth on her. And then, of course, endangering a child because, taking baby on a crime spree.
Or the drugs.
Or the drugs.
More than 2 ounces?
More than 2 ounces, yeah. Greater than 2 ounces, yeah. So they were wheeling and dealing.
Yes.
Yes.
And have you been into a Dick's Sporting Goods? It's a rhetorical question. Dick's Sporting Goods store recently?
It's been a while.
Yeah. There's not a lot of people in there.
No.
No.
So I can understand why someone would try to go in there and
and
steal
think
something.
that makes sense. Yes, there's less people to deal with, but because there's less people, they've also got more eyes on you. See what I'm saying?
No. There's not
no.
like there's not even a lot of people to just check people out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Like, not enough staff or whatever.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
That makes sense. I was just thinking about customers in general. But,
Yeah.
okay.
If I'm going to rob, like steal some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
that's not a bad choice.
Dicks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, as Lindsay's pointed out, a helmet ain't cheap.
Absolutely. Then you got to find somebody to sell it. Right.
There's always someone. It's
Mhm.
called Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Arrest made after a gator is killed with a machete.
Oh.
Wow.
Florida man is accused of killing a gator with a machete north of Tampa. Spring Hill's Daniel Palumbo was arrested Friday after he turned himself in. The 39-year-old allegedly used a machete to kill the gator over a year ago. He's been charged with a third-degree felony. I was shocked by this.
Why's
Yeah,
that?
why?
I-
No, why? I'm with you. I'm a little shocked. Why are you not shocked, Gimpy?
That is a third-degree felony?
Uh-huh.
I mean, are the gators an endangered species? No, they're an invasive species. That's
Mhm.
why they're like, hey, hunt them all day long. I guess if you don't have a tag or whatever it takes to hunt the gators, okay,
Oh.
I can see. But a misdemeanor at that, not a felony.
So the American alligator is a federally protected by the
Ah.
Endangered Species Act as a threatened species due to their similarity of appearance to the crocodile as a federally designated threatened species by Florida's Endangered and Threatened Species rules.
Mhm.
Huh.
I had no idea.
I didn't either.
Same.
I thought they were a nuisance, so it's like, please get rid of these gators.
And
Uh,
also, how badass are you killing a gator with a machete?
I mean, he just walked up behind it and hit it.
Okay.
Right.
I guess it sounds a
Not
lot
like you-
cooler when
Went head on, facing it, West Side Story or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
It isn't like it was a fair fight, right? You see people jump on gators all the time
Mhm.
or tap their mouths or whatever.
Right. Stick your head in the mouth.
trained professionals, I feel like.
So I'm sure maybe ate his Pomeranian and he had to deal with it. Florida people feel like they have Pomeranians.
A
yeah.
lot of them, yes.
Yeah.
All these stories are on our Facebook page at facebook.com/BMMS69. Average.
Right. I was just thinking they look at a family of 6 and they're like, all right, well, you guys eat X amount a week. So therefore you should be producing X amount of excrement a week. So your quota is X. But I didn't know how it worked out. I guess it's just like you got 6 people. You can make this much poop.
Yeah, you should be able to make this much poop.
Should be able to.
And if not, see your doctor.
The idea that would be a stress in your life.
Yes. What does stress do?
Right.
Stress
binds you up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, question.
Answer.
Would you rather, Gimpy,
Uh-huh.
pay taxes or have to collect poop, your family's poop?
Pay taxes.
Amen.
Pay taxes, man. I am
Lindsay?
not. Oh.
I think I'd rather collect poop and use it for fertilizer than pay taxes.
You say that the first day.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
You may even say that the second day. But when you're on, let's just say month 6 of collecting your family's excrement.
Oh, I think it's worse than that. The first day the first month, you're not going to meet the quota.
Right. Oh my God. Oh, we can't go too far into this, but things are different for everybody.
Yeah,
and
everybody's
people
movements are different.
Everybody has different kinds. So let's just say you've got a bad flu one week. Flu will put you down for 4 days.
Yeah.
And there ain't nothing solid about a flu.
Or how about this? You're on an antibiotic.
But you
Right.
can't use that, right? Like it would have to be
I
solid.
listen, I didn't go deep into this. Sorry.
Right.
I didn't go to the ins and outs of every household and how many people and what antibiotics you were on and what did that have to do with it.
Yeah.
To me, the headline is enough.
I'm assuming they just want the solid stuff. And I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, they
like
want a
Gimpy,
good
you-
turd.
You clean up after your ferrets. I clean the cat's litter box. I mean, it's not too much different.
It's completely different. One, you're trained by the animal. The other is
Right. We're trained by our parents to
Yeah.
do it in a
Someone
receptacle.
text in, put a colander over the toilet bowl.
Dude,
I'm not
Problem solved.
pooping in the same thing that I strain my spaghetti noodles
Well,
in.
you buy two.
yeah, but
one
you
for
got
your
a
noodles,
clean one,
for your
Lindsay. You
bathroom.
got a clean
Oh
one.
God, and then you
Sure.
get them mixed up because they're
You-
both silver.
One's plastic.
No, plastic absorbs smells.
Gross.
Use that one for your
Yeah,
pasta.
we're getting off. We're getting too far.
Gross. Come on, man.
220 pounds. 220 pounds.
A month. Or is that a year?
A year.
A year.
A year.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, for
A
sure.
lot of fertilizer.
I get a bag of salt, and it's like 40-pound bag, right, for the water softener,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and so like 5 of the. That's a lot. I get it out of the trunk of the car, and I'm like, but to do that with my own feces, family's feces, is a whole other ball of wax. Amen, right?
Yeah.
When you think about the things that people go through in other countries, I'm like, can you imagine if somebody ran for office and they were like, hey, we're going to put down the national debt by harvesting our own fees. Listen to the math. There's this many number of us.
Uh-huh.
We can sell it at this much. We'll have this debt wiped out in no time and have a surplus.
Mhm. Mhm.
You'll be sent a bag.
Right, a government bag. That is not the best bag ever. It kind of leaks every now and again.
Y'all couldn't wear a mask.
For real. You want me to crap in a bag every day? Ship it off.
Think about that.
it
We
off.
couldn't get everybody on the same page
Hey,
with the mask.
hey, did you crap in your bag today, sir?
Look at that beta crapping in a bag.
Oh my goodness gracious. No, there's other options, man. There's other options. There are plenty of animals on this planet that we could be harvesting. Hey, we do harvest their dookie for fertilizer.
Yeah.
Why do we got to use our own? Is ours as the human?
Yeah.
Is the human sample that much superior?
I can give you an actual reason why.
Why is that?
Box checked. We need more.
There's not enough crap in this world, which is crap in itself. There's more crap in this world
Yeah.
than what we need.
Yeah. Most people don't know this. There is a whole subgenre
Mhm.
of studying the human feces.
Right.
And to the point where they do fecal transplants
Right.
to make people healthy.
Mhm.
That was somebody's idea. That was like, guys, that was a meeting. That was a table,
Yeah.
a long rectangular table, probably had lunch catered in. Okay. And I've got an
Do
idea.
the people that study fecal do lunch meetings? No.
Probably not.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
In that office gives a whole new meaning to brown bag lunch.
Mhm.
Hey, it's brown bag lunch meeting.
It's brown bag every day.
Brown bag. To me, yeah. Phew. I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
Someone was like, Dad,
Yes,
I
son.
don't want to study engineering anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, what were you thinking about getting into for the rest of your life?
I know
'Cause
that
a
it
career
is
very important.
I know that it is a family thing to be into engineering, but
Yeah.
I've got to change it. I've got to chase my own dreams. I don't want your life.
I get
Mhm.
that, son. I get it. I was an engineer. Your grandpa was an engineer. His dad and grandpa were engineers. I mean, it just seems to fit. But I'm curious, what do you want to do? Let me help you.
Poopy de scoop.
Excuse me?
Whoop de scoop de poop.
Did you just say poop?
Scoop de whoop.
And what are you going to do with this poop?
Poop de scoop de whoop.
You're going to scoop it.
Whoopie de scoop whoop poop.
You sure you don't want to be an engineer?
Poop.
Sure, we can't guide you into some other field.
Whoop de scoop poop.
You could be a gynecologist if you want.
Poop.
Proctologist, it's close.
Poop.
If that's just what you want to do with your life, I mean, okay, good. I support you 100%.
Poop.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
Somebody's like, I'm going to be the best poop expert ever.
Yes, absolutely.
How was work today, honey? Poop.
It was the S.
Do not. Because I don't know about you guys, but my wife has friends that she works with, and we go to dinners with them or whatever, and they talk about work. And I always set a little thing on my watch, and about 20 minutes in, I'm like, okay.
Like trying to get out of the conversation
No,
or change the conversation?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay,
We're not talking about work anymore.
Yeah. I get that.
Do not bring it up at all if your husband or wife does poop research.
No.
Not a fun dinner.
No, because that's where everybody
Topic.
gathers around the table and talks about their day and how it was. And yeah, you can't do that if you're a poop expert.
Lindsay, do you have friends that do like plumbing or drywall work?
Yeah,
And when you need plumbing or drywall work, you call them, right?
of course. Of course.
Do not call him about our poop, please.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, Jim,
Yeah.
you're an expert in the poops, huh?
Honey, my tum-tum isn't right. Call Jim.
Right.
I'm not calling Jim again.
Again.
He does not want to hear about my poop problems.
Sure, he does. He deals with it every day.
That's the conversation you have with people that do drywall,
Right,
Yeah.
electrical work,
They're professionals.
car repair.
Mhm.
He does it every day. He does not mind. Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text Bmms and then what you want to say to the phone number 82945. Let's see what Lindsay has for Balls to the Wall Sports.
The NBA postseason continued yesterday with a matchup from each conference. The New York Knicks prevailed over the Miami Heat 111-105 at Madison Square Garden to tie their second round series at 1 game apiece. Julius Randle led the charge for New York with 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists in the win. Out west, the Lakers took down the Warriors 117-112 in game 1 of their Western Conference semifinal in San Francisco. Anthony Davis became the first Laker since Shaquille O'Neal to record 30 points, 20 rebounds in a playoff game. Davis finished with 30 points and 23 boards. The action continues tonight when the Celtics aim to even up their series with the Philadelphia 76ers in Boston.
Yeah, it was the Anthony Davis show for sure. Kind of put the brakes on the Golden State Warriors. In the Knicks game, there obviously was like a lot of celebrities in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers, of course, because he's now a part of the New York scene. But Jessica Alba's getting all the attention because she was apparently courtside looking so disgusting.
Really?
Oh,
Well, and I have to just go
Disgusting?
and see
Don't
for
waste your
myself.
time looking. Like she looked horrible.
she was always so adorable and hot. And I used to
Yeah.
always think that she had the best butt ever. That movie she was in with the guy from Fast and the Furious that died.
Okay.
Paul Walker.
Yes, Paul Walker. That beach movie that they did where they were gold hunters or whatever.
That movie sucks so bad.
Except for her in her bikini, and they did the close up of her butt while she's swimming underwater. I was like, damn, she has got a great ass.
I am being sarcastic.
Very
She
much
looks
so.
like a 10.
My
Okay.
God.
She's getting more stunning as she gets older.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for her.
What has she done lately, to be honest with you, besides show up at a Knicks game?
She had her own, The Honest Company. She owns The Honest Company.
Okay.
Is she
Okay.
is she the one married to Justin Timberlake?
No,
Which one's that?
No.
that's the chick that was in Seventh Heaven.
That does nothing for me.
What is her
I
name?
never watched that. But they look very similar, right?
No.
Let's see.
They're both kind of
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel. They got the same name.
that okay. And I think they have dark skin.
Yeah. Racist.
Dark pigmentation.
hair.
Apparently, Jessica Alba's married to somebody named Cash Warren.
Yeah.
I have no
Cash
idea who
Warren.
Cash Warren is.
I think he was kind of a jerk.
Okay.
Was?
People thought he was a
Yeah.
jerk. And then she spent a lot of time defending his character in public.
Oof.
Yeah.
Red flag.
And they have a couple of kids together.
No. No, guys, no. He's really nice.
Yeah.
Right.
He's famous for something. I can't recall off the top of my head.
Who the
No.
Cash Warren guy
Yes.
is?
Might be a high school quarterback star. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
With a name like Cash.
Or a producer.
Yeah,
a producer or
he's the
something.
film producer
Yeah.
and assistant to Fantastic Four and Taxi director Tim Story. So he's Tim Story's bitch, essentially.
Whatever. Look what he got.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good for him.
Joel Embiid is the NBA's most valuable player for the 2022-23 season. The 76ers center averaged a career high 33.1 points on 54.8% shooting. It was the highest point total for a center since Wilt Chamberlain averaged 33.5 points per game during the 1965-66 season. Embiid averaged 10.2 rebounds, 4.2 assists, and 1.7 blocks in 66 regular season games. He was also named to his sixth straight All-Star game. Denver Nuggets center Nikola Jokic and Milwaukee Bucks forward Giannis Antetokounmpo finished behind Embiid in the voting.
Yeah, it's the first time LeBron James in his whole career has never gotten one vote.
Really?
He didn't get one vote.
They just tired of him? Or he's like, you've had
I don't
it
think they're
enough
tired of him. I
times.
don't think he had a career worthy enough to get a vote, a season worthy enough to get a vote.
Got it.
And he has said he's only trying to make it to play with his son in the NBA.
Oh, that's kind of
that
neat.
is really neat, actually.
How much longer does he have for that? Do you know? Are we talking a couple years or like
maybe
15?
1 or 2.
I think 2.
Okay.
Yeah. And the Phoenix Suns are going to be without point guard Chris Paul for at least the next 3 games. The Athletic reports that the team will be without Paul for game 3, 4, and 5 of their second round series against Denver due to a groin injury. He will be reevaluated in a week. CP3 suffered the injury in the third quarter of Monday's game 2 loss in Denver, which put the Suns in a 0-2 series hole.
He's 37, by the way. Chris
Yeah.
Paul is,
Okay.
Eek.
which is kind of
Yeah.
it's old for the NBA.
Yeah.
Right.
The Suns are going to host game 3 on Friday. And
LeBron's 38 for those that keep track.
LeBron is 38. That's your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite, the original.
Hey, maybe join a
good for
matchmaker. Ask a matchmaker to help you out. I feel like that would be something that would be on a matchmaking site.
Right, but don't you think there's room for fibbing on that?
Yeah,
You get to
definitely.
embellish a lot on those.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Picture of you and a dog, and they're like, "Oh, where's your dog? I don't have a dog."
Mhm.
Oh, there's a picture of you on your dating profile. Yeah,
About that. That was my friend's dog, and I
Yeah.
thought it would just,
it's a great picture of me.
bring you in.
They do say that people with dogs in their profile pictures
Totally.
get lots of hits.
You want to, if you're a single guy, there are 2 ways to pick up women, in my opinion.
Mm.
A dog at a park.
Mm-hmm.
Go to a dog park. You will find probably a woman with a dog.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
God, I hope so.
Offer
Yeah.
to pick up your friend's kids
Mm.
at school,
Mm.
where you have to walk in.
Oh, yeah. Single mom, single dad.
Just saying. Right? That would be the way to do it.
Mhm.
All right. But Lindsay, well endowed.
Yeah, I would say get on a match. Hire a matchmaker. Hire a matchmaker. I don't think you're ever going to just find someone well endowed unless you are looking on someone's OnlyFans page. Maybe I would say a guy that has some junk is going to start his own page if he's single.
Gimpy.
I don't know. I don't know where to start, and I don't want to know where to start. So my advice to this person is figure it out your damn self. All right? Go find somebody and ask them if they got a big schlonger. And if
for
that's
tight
the
pants.
answer's yes, then okay, well, you're going to have to figure it out for yourself, but then there you got your answer. But I don't know. I have never searched for a guy with a huge schlong. I have no desire to search for a guy with a huge schlong. Now I'm out. I have no advice for you.
If you asked me where to find information on molecular science, I wouldn't be able to help you. Nor am I a resource for this. I'm just making an assumption. You might be focusing on the wrong thing.
Eyes up here, lady.
Yeah.
Right? If your objective's just to get that, go to the bar and ask guys.
Absolutely.
They will gladly tell you. And be ready to call them out on it. Because every guy is going to say they're a horse. That the Jolly Green Giant ain't got nothing on them.
When I had first pierced mine way back when I was in high school, you're proud of it. And I was talking to this gal, Amber, I think is what her name was. And I was telling her about it. Oh, yeah, penis is pierced, did it myself, blah, blah, blah. Now let's sit. Okay. So I had no choice but to present myself to her. Oh, it just goes to prove his point. You're going to have to be prepared for them to, whip it out.
Yeah. You're going to have to be very assertive. Did you end up sleeping with her?
No, I didn't.
Interesting.
Why you say that?
I asked for the dessert tray. I'm getting dessert.
Not if it's ugly.
I don't know anything about that. Mind-reading brain implant allows man to talk again. A 36-year-old patient who's being known as Pancho is the first person to try a mind-reading brain implant that lets him, quote, speak. He was paralyzed from the neck down by a stroke at the age of 20, and the device has allowed him to communicate at around 7 words per minute, despite only being able to move his eyes. After all that time, he did have something important to tell the researchers. They put the implant in. What do you think the first thing he said was?
Hello.
It's fantastic. I'm obviously asking because it's not hello.
Can I get a churro?
I'm hungry.
Not far off.
Uno cerveza, por favor.
I think they're just calling him Pancho. Not sure of his ethnicity.
Just saying. Why else would they call him Pancho?
This hospital food sucks.
Nice.
Well, I mean, he's speaking the truth.
He's like, if I could just tell him about the hospital food. Guys, I think it's working. He's about to say his first words. Everybody gather around. The hospital food sucks. Because it's a robot, right? Okay. Somebody get him an In-N-Out.
Yeah.
All these stories are on our Facebook page at Facebook. Not I love you, not thank you,
Right.
not
This is incredible.
Yeah, none of those things.
What's
Hey,
that
I've been
say
waiting 16 years to say something. None of that.
What's it say about the hospital food if it's that bad? Like all that overshadowed by the hospital food.
I mean, you kind of want to go, hey, it's just one guy's opinion.
We all know.
But he's been in the hospital 16 years. He's been like, oh, God, if I ever get the chance to talk again, this is. I'm going to read this headline. This is real. Horses sue the federal government over them being exiled to an island.
Did you get that from The Onion?
No.
Horses hired a lawyer.
Huh?
And they're like, hey.
From what
Mr. Ed.
I know you want to say nay, but
I mean,
so they're suing the federal government and the national park. Win Today and Jelly Donut have brought a lawsuit by just kidding. That's
okay. I was gonna say
horses always have like stupid names.
Oh, yeah.
right.
They never end in E like a dog's does.
Right.
Anyway, a lawsuit brought by 2 animal rights groups, an environmental activist, and a woman who lives on Georgia's Cumberland Island, names a group of non-native wild horses as plaintiffs. The lawsuit claims the horses have standing to bring a suit in their own right. The suit argues that the habitat surrounding the animals on Cumberland Island's national seashore has been gradually damaged by the horses and that the government should move them off the island.
Okay, so the horses are suing to stay on the island?
I'm
lost in this weird lawsuit.
Yeah, this says a lawsuit brought by 2
people. They're like, hey, these horses are ruining our coastline. They need to be moved. And then the horses are like, nay.
They're the plaintiffs, so they are going, hey,
Okay.
we
We represent
So
the
weird.
horses.
here's a question.
Uh-huh.
Free time?
Mhm.
They have a lot of free time.
Yes.
Because, if you have enough money, you can call them and go, I want to sue XYZ.
Uh-huh.
But typically, you got to do some research and all those other things that come along with it and then do that.
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, as an example, I'm going to sue somebody. Right. And so I've been doing all this research, preparing small claims court. Right.
Mhm.
I'm preparing to do that.
Right.
I didn't just do it. I mean, I could have just done it,
Right.
but I'm trying to do it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but if you have free time, then you can be like,
Yeah, you got all the time in the world.
you go to brunch
Yeah.
and then you're like, hey, these horses are ruining my view. Let's sue and make like as if the horse wants to leave.
I don't think the horse wants to leave.
I think the others, I don't know. How'd they get there?
That's a good point.
It's
But
an island. So how'd they get there?
I mean, animals run away all the time.
True.
So, I mean, they could have just bounced at any point in time.
Except this is an island.
Right.
Yeah, true.
So unless they built a boat or Noah was available, I don't know how they got there. Unless, like, maybe the water receded dramatically
Right.
and allowed them to trot a gaggle of them. That's
Yeah.
not the right term.
Mm-mm.
Of them across.
Mhm.
What is it for a lot of?
I think I heard
Okay.
of horses.
I just don't want to buy that. I feel like murder and some of these other ones are much better. They could have come up with something that isn't already used by cattle, right? Maybe it is. And so it feels like they didn't just trotted over there at one time.
It's a team.
A team.
A team of horses. I think the same goes for mules too, right? Think about like Borax and the 1,000 mule team.
Sure. So
Learn something new. A team of horses.
I feel like the defense attorney is going to be like, this is a piece of cake. We'll just ask them.
Right.
We'll put them up. We want to call them as a witness.
I would like to call my first witness, Starlight.
I want to call my first witness, winning streak.
Right. I would like to call my second witness, Mama's little helper. He's a good little horse, aren't you?
Right? I want to call my first witness, I'm with bloat.
Right.
These are actual horse names. I'd like to call my first witness, Jesus versus God, fight.
Oh, jeez.
It's an actual horse name.
Wow.
I'd like to call my second witness, Fred. That's the name of a horse.
He's the
Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show. Qualifying people for Harley Days of May. Brandy Shy of Broken Arrow heard the cue and is qualified. So Brandy might win that 100th anniversary Harley Davidson Dyna Wide Glide from Steel Horse Motorcycles, which is inside Oklahoma Outdoor World, just off Route 66 in Sapulpa. Every hour with us, you have a chance to get qualified. So make sure you're listening to get qualified for Harley Days of May from Steel Horse Motorcycles and KMOD. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Corbin. If you need some extra spending cash beginning at 9 o'clock this morning, listen for that keyword. You've got 9 chances to win $1,000 while you work. All you have to do when you hear the keyword, hop online to KMOD.com and enter it online to win. It's just that simple.
Good morning, Gimpy.
Good morning, Corbin. So Brandy just got qualified for the Harley Days of May. If you can't get in or whatever, why don't you join me tomorrow at 4 Aces, 41st and Garnett. It's a chance to get you qualified for that 100th anniversary Dyna Wide Glide that we're giving away.
Let's see what Lindsay wants to talk about.
Lindsay, Lindsay, L-I-N-D-S-E-Y, Lindsay. 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 L-I-N-D-S-E-Y, Lindsay.
You got a cat? Because I feel something licking me.
Oh, the internet can be so toxic, and I am here for it. I saw a post recently. Someone asked the question about celebrities who look like they smell bad. And I thought, oh, this is fun. And so I wrote some of the celebrities that were mentioned on who they thought would smell bad. And I thought it would be fun to take it a step further and describe what we thought maybe they would smell like.
Okay.
And some of the celebrities that they named are obvious. Like, yeah, they definitely do look like they would smell bad.
Like you look at Ron
Like-
Jeremy and you think, I bet you he smells funny. He smells like cheese.
That's a great one. That wasn't even on the list. He wasn't even on the list.
That greasy slime ball, how can he
Yes.
not be on the
wasn't
list?
even on the list.
Ugh.
That is a great one. And you think he smells like cheese.
I'm pretty sure he smells like a lot of things, but cheese mostly.
Yeah. The number one name that came a lot, and I actually shared his picture with you guys in the screener. Not that you would need
That's
it.
what that's
but-
for.
Yes,
I was
yes.
Why am I looking at Mickey Rourke?
There you go. Mickey Rourke. He popped up so much on this list. Mickey Rourke. What do you think Mickey Rourke smells like? I myself said Axe body spray because it's inexpensive,
Mhm.
stale cigarettes, and car grease.
Car
Oh,
grease.
car grease. Okay.
Car
All right.
grease.
I was thinking cigarettes and whiskey, but yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that fits. Axe body spray.
Yeah.
So I think the flaw in yours, Lindsay, is you're combining too many different genres of individual.
Oh.
So car grease,
Okay.
whiskey and cigarettes, and then cheap cologne or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And I think he just smells like an overabundance of cologne or whatever that is.
Like he's got to cover up the funk.
Mhm.
Not covered up, but there are some men
Uh-huh.
out there that wear way too much cologne because they think it smells good.
Yeah.
Because somebody said they have a nice blue shirt. And I think he's that guy, which
Okay.
also to me qualifies as smelling bad.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Just because you wear cologne doesn't mean you smell good
Right.
Right.
or perfume.
Right. When you overdo it, that's way
Mhm.
too much.
Mhm.
Yes.
When people walk by me
Mhm,
and like out in public and they're wearing, like, if we're sitting at a table and they're being taken to their table
mhm.
and they're wearing too much perfume or cologne, I go
Yep.
audibly. I don't know if that registers with them,
Mhm.
but everybody around you goes, yeah, I know what that's about.
I
The
learned
big
that
shiny.
lesson in my early 20s. I had a certain perfume that it was a Clinique Happy. That's all I wore. It was the first perfume that I ever wore. And like, I think when I was like 16 years old. And eventually you wear it so much, you don't smell it on yourself anymore. And that happened to me. So I would continue spraying it so much because I couldn't smell it. And one day my mom was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. How much of that are you wearing? Did I overdo it? Yes, you overdid it. And I learned right then and there, like, just because you can't smell it doesn't mean someone else can. You just
Mhm.
get so used to it, you don't smell it on yourself any longer.
Right. Just like you don't smell your own ass, but other people can smell that.
Right, exactly.
Mhm.
So that was when I learned, okay, switch it up. It's time for a new perfume so you don't overdo it. Another name on the list, Brad Pitt.
Oh.
I look at Brad Pitt and I think he smells delicious. But I remember years ago, the National Enquirer
Oh, okay.
had put out a story about him that he had smelled like BO because he had stopped using soap because of he was worried about toxins.
Oh.
And instead he used homemade concoction of lemons, water, and apple cider vinegar.
Oh God! So you smell like lemons and douche?
Right.
Well, no, vinegar is it numbs out. Like it's a pretty neutral smell, believe it or not. Apple cider vinegar, I don't think, but white vinegar. There's a lot of celebrities that do the no soap thing.
Really?
Mhm.
There's a lot of people, I should say.
I don't get it. I kind of like the soap.
The idea is that you're supposed to have natural bacteria on you
Yeah.
and you're wiping it away.
Yeah.
Kind of like let your kids play in dirt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Eat all the dirt you want, but wash your ass and use soap, you nasty.
I agree.
Ugh.
I agree.
Yeah.
What is the discerning feature in Mickey Rourke and in Brad Pitt that makes them? Because you're basing the Brad Pitt thing off of a story, but you initially said looks.
Yeah.
So what is the discerning feature that makes someone, in your mind, that they stink?
I think that whoever had written Brad Pitt down had probably remembered that and couldn't get it out of their mind.
Sure, I'm asking you individually.
Right. So for me, Brad Pitt, to me, he looks well kept and good looking. So he doesn't look like he would smell.
Same question. What is the thing that gives him that feature to you? Because Mickey Rourke, this picture you sent to Mickey Rourke, he doesn't look unkept.
Right.
Usually
he's wearing a hoodie.
does.
Okay, usually, but the picture you provided, he's got no shirt on. He's wearing like a zip-up hoodie. His hair's whatever. It's made. It's done.
Yeah. He looks cleaner than usual.
Right.
I'm just asking, what's the feature that designates someone as potentially stinky or well kept?
If the greasy hair, dirt. There's pictures of him where you've seen like the dirt under the fingernails, the grease on the face.
And that's the fun thing about, because I was thinking about that. I've seen pictures like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, his part in that. He looks a little greasy in that, but that's for a movie.
Right,
Yeah.
that's for a movie.
So the thing with celebrities is like, are they doing it? Did they get this picture taken when they were in costume, ready for their role? Or is this like on a Saturday when they went to Costco? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's a big difference right there. You look at Ron Jeremy, it doesn't matter what he's doing.
He looks greasy.
You look at him, you're like, oh, you look like you smell bad. Gross.
Right. I love this text. I bet Ron Jeremy smells like cold cuts and old tobacco.
Gross.
Yes.
Hey,
I can
pass me that salami over there.
Yes, I can smell
Yeah.
it. Bam Margera.
Okay. I'll give you that one. You look at him, at least recently.
He looks unshowered.
Yes. He looks like he smells like just bad BO, cigarettes. Yeah.
Vomit,
Possibly.
fast food, and booze.
Okay. Fast food, you smell like greasy French fries.
Yes.
Okay. I can see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Definitely past the 30-second mark on the
For
the
sure.
French fries.
For sure.
Yeah. Post Malone.
Have you seen pictures of him lately?
Is it cleaned up?
No.
He doesn't look healthy.
Really?
He looks like there's something wrong with him.
Yeah, it might be.
Like
Like
he's
always, I was gonna say, always kind of pale. Like, hasn't he always been that way?
So to me, he's more of the too much cologne wearing guy.
Oh no.
He looks like he smells like patchouli.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which, if that's your thing, go for it. I personally don't like patchouli. I think it is god awful.
Same.
And when I walk in a room and I can smell somebody's wearing it, I'm just like, I got to turn around and leave. But some people like that sort of crunchy hippie smell. It's not for me.
I just put the picture up so you guys could see the one that has got people in question. Now, everybody he's saying it's because of the grueling touring schedule that he does. And so the band Deftones, if you know who they are, when they're not touring, I don't know if they intentionally do this, they bulk up.
Yeah.
And by the end of a tour, they're skinny as all can be.
Right.
So I think there is something true to that.
Right. It could be all the dancing and moving around on the stage or the cocaine.
So he looks, I mean, he's definitely slimmed down for sure. He doesn't look healthy. He looks extremely exhausted. And is he losing his patches of hair? His hair looks,
He's got the mange.
it definitely looks.
No, I think he's got patches of discoloration in his hair. Like
Okay.
Okay.
some people have that pigmentation of their hair that, it's splotchy.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. He does not look well. You're right.
But all the headlines, Post Malone shows off slimmer figure in new photos.
Whew.
Shows off.
Yeah. Jared Leto made the list.
Okay. Yeah, that took me a second to 30 Seconds to Mars guy.
Yes. And patchouli oil, maybe. for me looking at him. Otherwise, he has a very clean scent about him.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, like, or I don't know if he's vegan or not, but if he's vegan, then he would definitely probably not use deodorant and maybe smell bad.
Okay.
Because
Why?
I know that a lot of some of the vegans that I know, like hardcore vegans, don't use deodorant.
Huh.
And I worked out when we were living in Indiana. We worked out at this boxing gym, and one of the guys was hardcore vegan, and he refused deodorant. And when he would work out, you did not want to stand anywhere near him because you would
Sure.
probably vomit. It smelled so bad.
What's the correlation between being vegan and no deodorant?
Mhm.
There's something in deodorant that is animal product that
But he's using equipment with leather?
Right.
Huh.
Some things you just can't get them around.
Okay.
yeah.
Is Russell Brand on that list anywhere?
Yes, he is on the
Okay.
list.
He's Drakkar all day.
You think so? You
Yeah,
think
him
so?
and Jared Leto, I think, would smell the.
Yeah, I look at Russell Brand. I see that real kind of greasiness there. I could totally see some Drakkar, some cheap cologne or whatever.
Yeah, I think he would smell like sausages too. I don't know, like
What
Why?
kind of sausage
I
are we
don't
talking
know.
about
Like
here?
a breakfast sage type of sausage, or more
right.
of like a apple
Is it
or
maple or
a
kielbasa?
knockwurst? What are we talking?
like bratwurst,
Hillshire
and,
Farms thing? What are we
like
talking?
onion, like
Well,
he
you said
probably eats a lot
sausage.
of onion on his sausages. Just
You haven't addressed the sausage issue. Which
like
kind?
a bratwurst,
Like a bratwurst.
Oh,
like a
okay.
brat.
Okay.
Yeah, mustard and onion
Yum.
bratwurst.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever want to be told I look like I smell like sausage.
I don't know. I think that's awesome.
I wouldn't mind. Hey, you smell like bacon. Everybody loves bacon,
Mhm,
right? You
mhm.
walk into a house that just got done cooking and you're like, yeah, bacon. Got any left over? Not many people say that with sausage.
Dude,
No.
most foods, it would be okay. But like, you smell like liver and onions.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
You smell like microwaved fish. Like,
All right.
Yeah. Kid Rock.
Okay. He smells like cigarettes and
he's beer,
Cheap
cigarettes, and
alcohol,
cologne. Yeah.
He smells like he's been camping for 10 straight days.
No, he always looks clean.
yeah.
His
He's
clothes always look crisp.
Yeah.
beer and
Right.
campfire. I mean, where's those cutoff?
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
There's nothing really crisp about the cutoff jean shirt.
Okay. It looks new. How's that for a better term for old lady? These kids with their cutoff shirts.
Yeah, rabble.
Right.
Put
God
some damn
dang.
sleeves on.
My day, we covered up all the way to our wrists.
Right. And we didn't take it off until we went to bed.
Kesha.
Kesha definitely smells like tobacco, old cigarettes, tequila, and cheap perfume.
Like the cotton candy body spray.
Sure, if that's what you want to go with.
She smells like, I think she'd smell like essential oils.
Okay. Lavender, something like that.
Yes.
Okay. Marilyn Manson.
Baloney.
Baloney. I think he would smell like a damp basement.
You
Right?
Cologne all day.
think so?
Absolutely.
Cover it up.
He looks like he would like put on a coat. Like, how long has this coat been in this closet? I don't know, but I'm gonna wear it anyway.
No way. He wears designer stuff.
You just wouldn't know
Mm-hmm.
that
Okay.
it's designer
Sure.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? Megan Fox.
I don't think Megan Fox looks like she smells bad. She looks
Maybe
like
not
she-
old Megan Fox, but new Megan Fox.
What are we basing? I'm still confused on what we're basing this off. She looks like a 10.
Yeah. And I would like to get my nose as close
Yeah.
as humanly possible.
You said that I immediately went like strawberries, cotton candy, like
right? All these delicious
yeah,
things.
chocolate cake. Like,
Mm.
so what are you basing it off of?
Just the I don't know, her and Machine Gun Kelly, because Machine Gun Kelly is named right after her.
Okay, I can see that. She
So-
smells because of him.
Yeah.
Smells by proxy.
So sweat and sex probably.
I ain't hating.
I think he probably smells like a little cat urine-ish.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And maybe like a litter box. Machine Gun Kelly.
Ew.
Yeah. Madonna.
Oh, God.
I did a little digging on her because I was like, what would Madonna? I mean, I don't know. Madonna, I can't think of anything bad about Madonna except her plastic surgery now.
She
Bad.
smelled like medical practices.
Right.
She smells like 3M.
So,
Like a freshly opened pack of Post-it notes.
Right.
yes.
You know, when you get that kiddie pool open before you inflate it, that vinyl smell. Yeah.
Yep.
I did find a little story from the New York Post from years ago. Janice Dickinson, she used to be a supermodel. She once told a story that in the 80s, before she was famous, she used to go dancing with Madonna at Danceteria. She says she and I would be dancing all night on top of the speakers. Madonna had the most vicious body odor. It was like she had not showered in a week. She was a great dancer, but I tried not to get too close to her or I would literally pass out. It was that bad. It was total skank. She was quoted as saying she smelled like S. Also, there are rumors that Madonna has horrible halitosis,
Oh, God.
which I don't believe is curable. So I have no idea. I guess maybe she smells like desperation.
Sounds catty.
It does.
Mhm.
By the way, Janice, don't be throwing stones.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Janice not too attractive, I guess, anymore. Mhm.
She's had her fair share of plastic surgery that has stayed in the same spot since she was 40.
Right.
Is that a deal breaker, Corbin? Who's your 10? Your celebrity 10, right? The gal. Like mine's Kate Upton.
My celebrity 10. Man. You're asking me to commit to something, so
Yeah, just anyone. I know you got like 5 of them. Just pull one.
I'm gonna go with who's the lady that's in the news? I don't know.
Like Kristen Bell or someone like that.
No, stop. God, because she looks like my wife. Is that stop?
Gal Gadot.
Sure.
Okay, so you got a chance to hook up, single Corbin, you got a chance to hook up with Gal Gadot, right? And she reeks of Madonna level body odor, right? Like as soon as you pull that top off and it's, woof, good God, somebody light a match. Is that a deal breaker or do you continue to fulfill your fantasies?
It's funny we use Gal Gadot or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I know she smokes, so I'd be out already.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
And I would probably be close, like before we went back to the room or whatever. Sure. I would have been close enough to get a whiff.
Gotcha.
And I would have been like,
So
I got a show in the morning.
It's the cigarettes that's getting you, whatever.
But I'm saying if it was a BO thing,
Okay, if
I
it's
would have
BO
had
thing,
like
gotcha.
an arm around her or something before we ever, got busy.
Right, right.
That's why I'm always disgusted by people that have sex in the bathroom. We talked about that the other day because bathrooms already smell funky,
Yeah.
Yes.
especially bad bar bathrooms.
Yeah.
And then you're asking this person to take their pants down
Yeah.
who've been sweaty and gross in a bar already
Yeah.
and not exactly prepped for work.
Right.
Yeah. But the fun thing is alcohol don't give a damn.
Yeah, sometimes a smell will sober you right up.
Yeah, right. The police are behind us. Give me your armpit.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Someone said that Megan Fox probably smells like the champagne room of a high-end strip club after a visiting sports team leaves.
Jesus.
Musky
Oh,
and
yes.
cigarettes.
Yes. Dog the Bounty Hunter, another text. Looks like he smells like cigarettes and his jacket had a strong smell of old sweat.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mickey Rourke looks like he melted. Yeah. Yeah. Bad plastic surgery. Yeah. Good one. Yeah. That's that's what I got. Johnny Depp was also on here, and I thought he looks like a guy that smells like attic mothballs and bourbon.
I would say he smells like whatever young kids are wearing.
True statement.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like he's trying to be young.
Yeah.
So TikTok and attention.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, in conclusion, unfortunately, no matter what, a book is always judged by its cover.
Lindsay, 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 Lindsey, Lindsay. Lindsay. Lindsay.
Yes, you are correct, Lindsay. We are now 9-8, neck and neck. Who is going to win day spa or dispensary and walk away with a big, big prize? Stone Age Meds, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin. The Stone Age Meds is a dispensary. Uptown Wellness, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin. Uptown Wellness is a dispensary.
Really?
We only got 2 left here.
Okay.
All right. So we got a chance to tie it and a breaker if we can do this. All right. Pura, day spa or
Corbin.
dispensary? Corbin.
Dispensary.
Corbin is correct. Pura is a dispensary. Puts him with the win. 10-8. I'll go ahead and give you the last one. See if you can guess it. Stonebrook, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay would have been correct, which wouldn't matter because it's 10-9. Corbin is the big winner. Congratulations, Corbin.
What'd I get?
You want to know what you got?
Yeah.
My friend, I tell you, you have won my leftover potatoes. That's right, Corbin. I had
Listen,
dinner last night.
I love it. That's awesome, man. I'm actually kind of hungry, so I think that's a fantastic
This is
gift.
perfect.
And you're not a horrible cook.
No.
So that's great. But, I just think it's just an honor to win. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to Lindsay. She put in a valiant effort.
Listen,
And,
Corbin,
I just appreciate the competitiveness. And, I'm just one guy on a team, and we're just a team trying to make the thing happen. And, it's an honor to be a part of the Ford Truck Series and anything I can do to make this Hilton Hotel team do the best I can.
Well, Corbin, I'm glad that you accepted and decided to give your prize of potatoes to the loser of the game, but that's not all that you're going to win. All right? So not only do you get my leftover dinner from last night, my potatoes and a little bit of steak with some cheese on top, I'm also going to hook you up with a 6-pack of Twisted Tea.
Oh.
Set right up front because nobody wants this. So
Yeah.
I grabbed a pack and you get
Yeah.
to take it home with
Again, you put
Twisted
zero
Tea.
effort into the prize.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just real grateful that this Hilton Honors team did the best they could, and we'll make sure part of the Ford Truck Series continues. So I'd like to give it to my second place. His second isn't winning. So
All right.
Twisted Tea is a great beer fridge for guests.
Right,
item.
right. Well, congratulations, Lindsay. You got yourself some old mushed potatoes and some warm Twisted Tea for losing on Day Spa or Dispensary.
this says I'm about to get divorced from my wife of 10 years because I made a stupid mistake and had a one-night stand. We got in an argument. I left, went to the bar, slept with some woman, and almost immediately the guilt took over me. She has told me it's over, but I have to try. What can I do to get her to give our marriage a second chance? 918-460-KMOD. Bmms. Then whatever you think he should do to 82945. Let's entertain the idea. What are some things he could do? How about a vacation?
Ooh.
You and me,
Mm-hmm.
let's have a vacation. Let's go to some beautiful exotic place and talk out my inability to keep my penis in my pants.
Yeah.
Having kids usually fixes that
Some
situation.
Yeah.
that maybe if you're lucky, you'll get to do that.
Vacations are nice. Absolutely.
Can you work on a
But-
problem on a vacation, Lindsay?
I don't think so. Because
This
once
isn't a
you get
problem. This is a
back-
crack in the foundation.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Because once you get back, everything's right there, Yeah.
What are some other
And-
things he could try?
I think he
Entertain the
begs,
idea.
goes
No
on
bad ideas.
hands and knees and
Begs?
begs. What do you want me to? I will do anything you want me to do.
Yeah. Horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody, right? And this is why. Because you want to fix it, you have to come up with ideas. Not me.
Mm-hmm.
You want to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have to tell you how to fix your problem?
Mm-hmm.
Not just this, any scenario, if you have to go to the person and be like, tell me what I have to do to fix this, then you shouldn't be in it. It's a horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody to try and rectify a problem. Because it means you don't know. You haven't even entertained ideas.
Right.
How about a candlelight dinner?
That's
not
good
enough.
and gravy and all, but the distractions there, man, you're not going to be able to enjoy your candlelight dinner. You're not going to be able to do much of anything fun, a vacation or anything like that, because, there's a giant elephant in the room.
Again, we're just trying to convince for a second chance. What about a spa day?
Sure. I'll go ahead and let you spend your money on me so I can go and feel better.
Yeah, is he
about
going to send
myself.
her on a spa day? I think he needs to go to her and definitely, like, he needs to know from her what she expects from him.
I don't think.
What he wants her to
Come
do.
on, Lindsay. Come on, Lindsay.
Taking
on,
her-
Lindsay.
What?
What he expects of her.
What
Don't have
she
sex with
wants him
other
to do.
people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what the expectation is.
Absolutely. But he's done it. He's done the damage.
Yeah, so we're
He's
talking about a
done the
second
damage.
chance.
Exactly.
So what do we're just talking about crazy ideas.
Yep.
Commit to an idea, Lindsay.
Yeah. So going on vacation, sure, it's nice, but now he gets to go on a vacation too. Like, it's almost like, I don't know if I want to go on a vacation with you right now.
Hall pass. You want a crazy idea? Give her a hall pass.
Give
Give her an opportunity to even Stevens this thing.
Okay.
Mhm. And she doesn't have to tell him about it. Ever.
Well, no, she knows about his, so I feel like it has
It's
to be
only
even.
fair, yeah.
If it's even, it's even.
No.
Why do you not get to tell anybody?
Maybe she doesn't even take him up on it. He'll never know.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Let him wonder. Did she or didn't she?
Yeah. Usually works.
Hey, usually does.
Yeah.
Withholding information.
Yeah. People have already texted in what my feelings are on this. To me, it's quite clear. But they are asking.
Yeah.
Right? They are going, what's some scenario? What's a scenario? What is a possibility? Brandon is on. Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Good. How are y'all?
Good. What do you think?
From a person who's been cheated on multiple times, I say the damage has already been done. But if he wants to win her over, they've been married 10 years. Renew your vows. Make new vows. Tell her you're committed to her and only her. Just go and renew your vows. That might win her over. You never know.
Right, a mulligan.
Right.
Yeah, pull a mulligan.
Yeah.
Pull that mulligan card. Pull it all day long.
You said that you've been cheated on multiple times, Brandon. Would that have worked with you?
No, because I stayed with someone who cheated on me 9 times.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you
But
blind? Are you blind?
Well, I lived 7.5 hours away from my family at the time, so I was kind of forced just to stick around because I was in a state I didn't know. I wasn't from that state, so I stuck around and rode out the roller coaster.
What was her excuse on the 7th time?
His excuse was I was away from the house for 2 weeks on work, and he got lonely.
So this is your boyfriend?
Yeah, it was my ex.
Yeah. Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. Let's play a game. Because Aerosmith is coming to Tulsa, part of their farewell tour, November 4th. Going to be in town with the Black Crowes. Tickets go on sale Friday morning at 10 a.m. at BOKCenter.com. Little tip I learned from our friends at the BOK Center. Mm-hmm. If you go to the box office and buy your tickets, you bypass a bunch of fees.
Oh, who'd have thought?
The old school way.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. All right, so we're going to play Pick the Flick. Current record is?
Well, Corbin, you're leading with 7. I have 5. Lindsay has 4.
Last week's winner?
That'd be Lindsay.
So Corbin and Gimpy at 918-460-KMOD. 918-460-KMOD. Call, decide who's going to be your clue giver. Whoever gets the most right is going to win those tickets. 918-460-KMOD. Good morning, you're on the air. What is your name?
Hi, my name's Barbie.
Hi, Barbie. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Do people just get excited when they hear your name, Barbie?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yes. You just can't help but be like, ah. All right, Barbie, who's going to give clues? Gimpy or Corbin?
I'll take Gimpy.
Yeah.
60 seconds on the clock. Timer starts after the first clue. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go.
All right, Barbie. Oh, man, this is Mel Gibson, Scottish Warrior Freedom.
Braveheart.
This is an Amy Schumer movie about when your life just sucks. Your life is those things that run on rails and they haul like.
Oh, Trainwreck.
There you go. This is Uma Thurman and David Carradine Kung Fu movie.
Kill Bill.
Yep.
Kill Bill.
This is Double Pointer, and I think this is a Willow Smith movie and Will Smith movie about apocalypse sort of thing. What's the opposite of before?
After.
And then the planet we live on?
After Earth.
There you go. This is a Quentin Tarantino movie. It's got Steve Buscemi in it. They all wear like black suits with the white shirt and a black tie.
Reservoir Dogs.
Yes.
Reservoir Dogs.
The dude abides. Come on now.
Big Lebowski.
Yes. This is the Cape Crusader and his gay little sidekick.
Batman.
Time.
Damn it, Barbie.
7 is what you got.
Yeah.
Impressive. Hang on the line, okay? You didn't
Thank
win
you.
yet. Calm down. You didn't win yet. You're premature excited.
You did good.
Sorry.
You did great, though. Hang on the
Very
line.
good.
Probably good enough for the win, but we'll see here. Good morning. You're on the air. What is your name?
It's Peter.
Hi, Peter. How are you?
Good. How you doing today,
Good,
brother?
Peter. I'm good, man. Peter, we've got to get at least 7, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
All right, Peter, here we go. This is the guys that wear the bowler hats, Stanley Kubrick movie.
Clockwork Orange.
Correct. This is Red. It's about prison. He can get anything in prison. He trudges through.
Shawshank Redemption.
Correct. The Jean-Claude Van Damme about fighting competition in Thailand.
Bloodsport.
Correct. This is what's her name? She's a nun playing basketball. Whoopi Goldberg.
A nun. Sister Act.
Correct. Double point pass. This is a Japanese horror movie. It's also
The Grudge.
correct. This is a remake from a TV show. The TV show starred Gordon Grieco. The movie had Channing.
21 Jump Street.
Correct. Double pointer. This is the guy who did Nightmare Before Christmas. This was when he tried to make a serious movie about losing your dad.
Big Fish.
Correct. This is Vince Vaughn, and I got 8.
8 with a pass.
8 with the pass. Well, it doesn't matter. It's still
right,
8.
Right.
Congratulations, man. You're going to get those tickets. Wow.
Yeah.
Good job, brother.
Thank you.
Wow. All right, hang on the line, okay?
Okay.
Man, as impressive as 7 was, Barbie, it wasn't good enough for the win.
That's okay. That's
You were
okay.
a fantastic contestant. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
You could tell you were trying, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what more clues you could have given. It was right out of the chute. She just missed
Right, just ran out of
adding.
time.
She just went with just Batman, and you said and his
Right,
Cape
right.
Crusader, which
Right.
could have gotten you in some trouble. But Batman and Robin, yeah.
Okay, this is the one that he skipped.
Oh, yeah, this is a double pointer. It is in Western. It's been recently remade, and it's about the time a train leaves to go to a city in Arizona. Pretend to you. Yeah.
Okay. Who's in that?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay. Here is the.
He's that way.
Oh, this is the one that he stopped.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn, kind of set in the 90s or whatever. It's money, baby, it's money. This is also a word used for people in a married couple that like to sleep with other married couples.
Or other people,
Or
right?
other people in general.
Yeah.
Swingers.
Yeah. All right. The record now.
Well, moves you to 8, keeps me at 5, keeps her at 4.
Take a break and we'll be back.
Tulsa's morning show. Oh, yeah. Is
Because I'm sure that it wasn't supposed to be crooked.
You don't know that. Some people like things off kilter like that.
I'll even mention it. I'm gonna fix that.
Oh, that's rude. That's like, like the cliche of like a mom coming in, like, your pictures aren't straight.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Ma.
Another one. Expecting a tour.
Oh yeah.
You don't walk in and be like, give me a tour.
No, I don't.
I totally do. I
because
love snooping
don't-
around.
Because I don't want someone to do that to me. Because what if your bedrooms aren't clean or the bathroom's not clean?
Then they'll let you know.
Yeah.
Furthermore, Susan, they shouldn't be having company over if that's the case. Bedroom, maybe. Right? Bathrooms, though, clean that ass up if you're having company come over.
Another one. Overstaying your welcome.
Right?
How long? What's the good amount of time to stay at someone's house?
Depends on what the activity is.
Yeah,
Let's say dinner.
Oh, okay.
couple hours.
2 hours after dinner. After 2 hours.
So you still at 6, 8, get out.
Because now it's time for the family to wind down.
Yeah,
And start doing their own nightly routine.
and I think it depends on who it is too. Like you always know. I think depending on which friend it is.
Snooping.
Oof.
Yeah.
Opening the cabinet
Yeah, you
to
don't
look
do
through the
that.
medicine cabinet. You feel like you give the vibe that you do that.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, it's not an insult. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it gives a vibe.
Why? What gives
Because you're
you that
nosy.
vibe?
You're very nosy.
What makes me nosy?
Well, you'll walk into a room when a conversation's happening going, wait, what are we talking about?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You love knowing other people's gossip?
Yeah. I'll watch those gossip shows.
No, I'm talking
they're
like
there
personal
for.
gossip. I'm not talking about TV shows.
Yeah, if we're here, I don't want to miss out on anything for sure.
Yeah, that's nosy.
Yeah.
Bringing an uninvited +1.
Yeah. Because now you're forcing the other people to like entertain somebody they don't know. It just makes
Right. Or
everything.
don't
Yeah.
like.
Exactly. And it's not your place to be inviting somebody else over.
Feeding their dog.
Huh? Oh, like table scraps or something?
I think that's what they mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I can imagine you'd be like, where's your chow chow so I can put it in the
Mhm.
bowl? Yeah. Some people do that. Some people think that because they feed their dogs table scraps or popcorn or whatever,
Yeah.
that they can do that with your dog.
That's good that your dog's stomach has adapted to that. But now you're going to make your friend's dog crap all over their house because it's not used to that.
Showing up empty-handed.
I don't think that's that bad. I mean, do I have to bring potato salad every time I come over?
No?
Exactly.
No, I always take something.
Yeah. I always take a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Always, always.
All right. I usually got my medicine on me, so that just works out perfectly.
Yeah, but that's not extra, right? Like I said, it's like offering him a cigarette.
Right. I don't have to share with you, though. That's the thing. I don't have to.
Yes, but you're not going out of your way is the point, right?
Listen, I'm the guy that goes to Walmart and gets the cookies for the potluck that we're having here at work, okay? Do you expect more from me?
Yeah, I think if you go to someone's house and they're making, like, let's just say dinner still,
Mhm.
you got to take something.
Yeah.
I did. I brought
Even
my
a
appetite.
dessert or wine, whatever.
Yeah.
Something.
It's just manners, Gimpy, right?
Right. Yeah, sure.
No?
Listen, y'all invited me over. Okay, cool. I'll come over and have dinner. That's all right. Doesn't mean I have to bring a bottle of wine or a 6-pack or a bottle of anything for that fact. That's that. Unless you say so. Hey, BYOB, bring a bottle, bring a side item. We'll get the main course. That happens to me a lot. We got the main courses. Come on over for barbecue, whatever. Bring a side item. All right, cool. Tater salad it is.
I've never gone to someone's house
Mhm.
and like looked around and said to myself, It's so dirty here.
Oh,
Ugh.
wow.
They have lives, right? I don't go, their sheets. They didn't even make their bed. I don't do all that
Oh, I bet you
Really
have.
down my
No.
nose at you.
because life happens.
Mhm. Depends on the level of the filth, right? If you walk into somebody's house,
If you're
and
a
it looks
hoarder?
like hoarders, yeah, exactly.
I ain't going to your house. I already
Yeah.
know you're a hoarder.
But this is the first time you didn't realize that they were disgusting people or hoarders until you walk into their house,
oh,
right?
no. You
You
can read a
totally
hoarder a
thrown
mile
off guard.
away. No, you can read a hoarder a mile away.
Hoarder.
Yeah, you can read a hoarder a mile away.
You just tell by the way they dress, their lack of showering.
Or by their vehicle.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, right? I think absolutely.
Mhm. But you still don't say anything. You just kind of watch where you sit down, maybe scooch the newspapers or whatever,
Yeah.
paper plates with leftover pizza rolls on them, and hang out for a little bit. And I gotta go. I got it.
If I'm going to
Kids.
judge, I'm judging, I'm going to judge the food.
Mm.
So I'm not going to judge like, hey, your bed wasn't made.
Mhm.
No.
I'm going to judge, oh my God, you served Brussels sprouts or whatever that is.
Right.
I'm not going to get all like, ugh, you didn't clean for my arrival.
Right. Right. Good. You're right. Life happens,
Life
especially
happens.
if you've got small
Oh,
children.
and you're having a dinner party.
Right. You can expect toys to be all over the place. Now, there's a difference between, a little clutter, kids don't know how to pick up their toys, and your house looks like Ross, dress for less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would think if you're hosting a dinner party, you would want to clean up,
You would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
but that's not necessarily true, especially if you're like, hey, come over tonight, we're having pizza.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza feels like there's no cleaning happening.
Yeah, it's okay to have your laundry still piled up on the back of the couch from like 4 days.
You
No.
should at least pick it up and throw it on your bed,
Yeah.
right? Give me a place to sit.
Right. Just move the panties over. It'll be fine.
It's always like, I've gone and I stopped getting in the car with this person when I went to get in their car and they're like, hold on. And they had to like unload a bunch of stuff from the seat
Mhm.
and the floorboard
Mhm.
into the back seat so I could sit down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you invited me to get in your car
You should have had that fixed up beforehand.
or
Right.
just don't invite me into your car,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
right? If you don't have a place for me to sit, what are you doing inviting me over?
I just like the company.
I'm not a charity. Yeah. So that would be, I'm judging food. What do you judge? What's your judge when you go to someone's house? If it's like
Cleanliness.
cleanliness.
Mhm.
Probably. Yeah. Especially if you're having a dinner party.
Yeah, I might do that too.
Uh-huh.
Gimpy?
Definitely cleanliness. Now, it doesn't have to be sparkling like you walk in and everything's ting, 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 ting. No. But if you're inviting people over, dinner party, or just to hang out and have a smoke sesh, you might want to just kind of pick up the bulk of
Smoke
things
sesh.
first.
You're so
Right.
bougie. Like,
Yeah.
right.
you come over get high and you're like, man, the house was so dirty.
Yeah.
So dirty.
Well, yeah. If you gotta, you can't put your soda down or your water down on the table because it's littered with empty cans. and then-
Right.
yeah, that's what I'm
Right.
talking about, man.
Yeah.
Go get a damn trash bag,
But if-
clear off the table, and it'll be
Yes.
fine. You'll be
yes.
fi- I'm not saying you have to run the vacuum.
Right.
All right. Just don't make people come in and be like, oh God. Oh God. And furthermore, Susan, if it smells a little bit, just spray something.
The button.
Yeah.
Found it.
I love it.
All right. So let's see what Gimpy has in his 4x4.
Well, Corbin, it says here that the administration will soon send troops to southern border to assist after Title 42 expiration. The U.S. is sending an additional 1,500 active duty troops to the southern border as Title 42 will expire next week. A surge of migrants into the U.S. is expected once the pandemic-era immigration rule ends. Pentagon Press Secretary Pat Ryder says the troops will not be performing law enforcement duties, but will support Border Patrol and administrative and other tasks. He says the troops could be deployed as soon as May 10th for 90 days.
So it's interesting the difference of opinion happening on both sides of the aisle with this happening, right? But it's important they address and say like, hey, they're doing administrative duties because when you start seeing military personnel arrest people,
Right.
regardless of
Right.
Their
That
nationality,
yeah.
it feels on American soil.
Yeah, martial law.
Yeah.
It'll spin out of control real fast.
It's an easy blur.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Vermont removes residency requirement for assisted suicide. It is now the first state in the country to remove a residency requirement from its medical aid in dying law. Yesterday, Governor Phil Scott signed a bill allowing for terminally ill out-of-state visitors to access assisted suicide in Vermont. Vermont changes come after a Connecticut woman sued the state, arguing the original law violated the Constitution's Commerce Clause, whatever that is. Here's one for you. Surgeon General's advisory calls loneliness a public health crisis. Dr. Vivek Murthy has released advisory calling attention to isolation and the lack of connection he's seen in America. He says that even before the pandemic, about half of all adults said that they were experiencing loneliness every day. Dr. Murthy says conditions are linked to increased risk of stroke, heart disease, dementia, anxiety, depression, and self-harm, and suggests getting a fish. That's not what he says.
No. And I always am curious about studies of loneliness. Like, how do they get them to do the survey?
Right. Because they just want to be left alone.
I mean, they're lonely, so they'll talk to anybody.
Exactly.
Right? But I know people who aren't lonely, they'll talk to anybody too.
True statement. And lastly,
what's the question? What's the quantifying question to know if you're lonely?
Are you lonely?
Yes.
No. Maybe. Oh, no. And then it dives into a whole nother spiral of your life. Yeah. Hey, Turkey Mountain's inducted into the Old Growth Forest Network. Says the mountain is now the second forest to be recognized in the Old Growth Forest Network in the state of Oklahoma, the first being Keystone's Ancient Forest. The Old Growth Forest Network is a nonprofit working to connect people with nature by creating a national network of protected, publicly accessible forests and a network of people to protect them. They have identified almost 200 forests in the 33 states, Turkey Mountain being number 199.
A former Las Vegas Raiders player will plead guilty to charges connected to a deadly 2021 crash. Henry Ruggs III reached a plea agreement with prosecutors and will serve between 3 and 10 years in prison if a judge accepts the deal. Police said Ruggs was speeding up to 156 miles per hour on a residential road in November of 2021 when he crashed into another car, killing the driver and a dog in the vehicle. Ruggs' blood alcohol level was twice Nevada's legal limit, according to police. Ruggs is expected to formally enter his plea at his May 10th court appearance.
Zzz.
Yeah.
That means he's feeling guilty, right? Like he's
Absolutely.
like, eh.
Mhm.
Yeah. The Packers have reached an extension with their new quarterback. ESPN reports Jordan Love and Green Bay agreed to a one-year deal worth up to $22.5 million. The extension includes $13.5 million in guaranteed money. Love was eligible for a fifth-year option, which would have paid him just over $20 million guaranteed for the 2024 season. Love has just one career start, which was a 13-7 loss to the Chiefs in Kansas City back in 2021.
Which they made his girlfriend and mom sit in the very last row on the upper deck.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah. Come on, man. There's no seat closer.
At least get mama down there.
Come on, man. And like, poor Packers fan, they have so much expectation out of Jordan Love.
Mm-hmm.
He'll head into training camp as the number one QB for the first time since he was selected in round 1 of the 2020 draft.
Can you imagine the pressure he's under?
A
Right.
lot.
He's got a new deal. He's got to make all this money, or he's got to make it worth, right? And then he's filling the shoes of Aaron.
Yes.
Like, they are expecting him to be dominant.
Right. Oh, I hope he doesn't fall flat on his face.
So do I.
You're right. I mean, it's a great possibility that it could happen and probably will happen.
Statistically, highly likely.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he's grown since that Chiefs game.
Mhm.
Sure.
But if he plays like that Chiefs game,
That's your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite. This is not for me. I'm like, I don't know what to get. everything on the menu had either mushrooms or lemon on it. And I was just like, what's this stuff with the shrimp? Sounds good. I'll eat the shrimp over the noodles, which is exactly what I did.
I mean, I wanted to see. All right, so let's just go with a couple things here because I'm trying to find fried mozzarella.
I mean, that's just deep
10.
fried cheese. But even then, I want to give it like a 4.
Calamari.
10.
Calamari. I'll go ahead and give that like maybe a 6 or something because I've had calamari at other places. That's not Italian food.
Bruschetta or bruschetta.
10.
Was that the fancy bread?
It's toast. Most of the time, it's toasted little pieces of bread with tomatoes and olive oil and balsamic and basil. And stuff.
The extremely stale bread that you chip a tooth on every time you eat it. That's a 0.
Let's see. Let's get it. Spaghetti and meatball ravioli.
Lindsay?
6.
Only if it's Chef Boyardee. And with Chef Boyardee, but we had to Americanize.
Yeah. Give me your rating, Mr. Wikipedia.
1.
Tortellini.
4.
2.
Peppers and onions.
That's it. Like no sausage to put them on,
It's
or
sausage,
anything?
peppers, and onions. It's typically
But like a
4.
bun, you know. I mean, I guess with the sausage, peppers, and onions, I give it like a 3, 4, maybe even.
fettuccine carbonara.
What's the carbonara part?
Bacon.
Oh,
That's a 5.
What?
1.
Eggplant parmigiana.
Yeah, that's 8.
That's a big 0 for me, homie.
Meatball sub.
Oh God.
5.
This is getting worse and worse the further we go down. 0, man. That stuff is too messy. It doesn't eat well. You have to have a fork to eat a sandwich. I think that's retarded.
Oh, I liked it. Gnocchi.
What? Huh? Oh, okay. I've had that come in like a HelloFresh or something like that once. And I was like, what is this? What is this garbage?
Oh, you didn't enjoy it?
Lindsay.
5.
0.
Oh my gosh.
I know it sounds crazy, but like when it comes to like the Big 10 of restaurants and foods and stuff, Italian's at the bottom of that list for me, man.
Somebody texted in and said, you think Zio's is delicious? You got to try Luigi's and Skytook. So authentic. I think it's run by the actual Italian mob. I've had Luigi's and Skytook. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. I like, it's not like I go to Zio's and I order one of everything.
Right.
I worked there after college,
Mhm.
and their 5 cheese pasta, adding chicken to it, was so good.
Yeah.
Their spinach artichoke dip, which isn't Italian, whatever, but it was so good.
Mm-hmm. I just like the brown paper on the tables that give you crayons.
The cannoli, yeah, I know how to write my name upside down. Cannoli, with the Alfredo and the chicken stuff, so good there.
I'll give you that. I'll give you the Italian dish, the cannoli. That's delicious just because it's cheese and powdered sugar.
No. That's the dessert.
I know.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
That's the only Italian food that I really, 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 really like is a good old cannoli.
We haven't gotten to the real one. Pizza.
I've said it before, and you all thought I was crazy.
1 to 10.
1 to 10, a pizza. That's
10.
gonna be a 3 for me. So low on the scale, man.
Lindsay.
10.
Yeah.
Always.
Pretty much all those except peppers and onions that we've mentioned
Uh,
are about anywhere between an 8 and a 10 for me.
Really?
See, I love peppers and onions. I don't love the heartburn, but man, it's almost worth the heartburn for me.
A good bolognese pasta.
Well, Italian food. They are the Beatles for me.
A nice short
food.
short rib braised ragu.
Ragu, the sauce in a jar.
So it's just no. So good. I'm telling you, man, Italian food.
Mm-hmm.
Mind reading brain implant allows man to talk again. A 36-year-old patient who's being known as Pancho is the first person to try a mind-reading brain implant that lets him, quote, speak. He was paralyzed from the neck down by a stroke at the age of 20, and the device has allowed him to communicate at around 7 words per minute, despite only being able to move his eyes. After all that time, he did have something important to tell the researchers. They put the implant in. What do you think the first thing he said was?
Hello.
It's fantastic. I'm obviously asking because it's not hello.
Can I get a churro?
I'm hungry.
Not far off.
Uno cerveza, por favor.
I think they're just calling him Pancho. Not sure of his ethnicity.
Just saying. Why else would they call him Pancho?
This hospital food sucks.
Nice.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's speaking the truth.
He's like, if I could just tell him about the hospital food. Guys, I think it's working. He's about to say his first words. Everybody gather around. The hospital food sucks. Because it's a robot, right? Somebody get him an In-N-Out.
Yeah.
All these stories are on our Facebook page at Facebook. Not I love you, not thank you,
Right.
not
This is incredible.
yeah, none of those things.
What's
Hey,
that
I've been
say
waiting
for-
16 years to say something. None of that.
Mm-hmm. What's it say about the hospital food if it's that bad? Like all that overshadowed by the hospital food.
I mean, you kind of want to go, hey, it's just one guy's opinion.
We all know.
But he's been in the hospital 16 years. He's been like, oh, God, if I ever get the chance to talk again, this is.
Horrified gas station staff find severed human penis in parking lot. This happened in Mobile, Alabama. Petrol station. The staff there were given the shock of their lives when they discovered a human penis on site. This bizarre discovery was made just yesterday. Thursday. No. What is today? What's today? Wednesday? Monday. Monday this happened. January 30th.
What's happening?
I have no
Little after
idea.
6 a.m., police officers showed up, collected the severed appendage as evidence. According to the reports, police do not believe the findings is proof of any foul play, but it is not clear whose member was actually found. My favorite quote, one employee simply told local reporters, it was a whole D. A statement at 4 from the Mobile Police Department stated the incident was not being investigated as an assault or a murder, adding it was a mystery how on earth the penis ended up there. Footage saw local reporters apparently showing a black truck pulling into the station around 6:15 a.m. to fill up. Then the truck pulls away before a penis then falls onto the car park tarmac. Once a report was made, a heavy police presence attends the store, located in the port city of Mobile on Alabama's Gulf Coast. The area got taped off while police investigated the incident, which has caused a stir in the local community. I mean,
I'm not buying this.
they're saying that the discoveries like this at the petrol stations are pretty common. I guess in
Finding penises
and-
at a gas station is common.
not necessarily penises, but in 2021, they said that a body of a man aged in his 20s was located.
Well, but was
at
his
this
penis
gas
intact?
station.
So what's common then?
Finding bodies and
bodies and body parts, I guess.
yes, at this particular gas station.
Hmm.
I'm not buying this. The story doesn't cite a news source other than Boing Boing and Daily Star. It doesn't refer to, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't go to like a local place.
Right. You think something like that would make local news, at least headlines. Mm.
I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying I'm not buying it because that's a crazy story that a penis was found in a parking lot.
Mhm.
Maybe this is a hot spot for like lot lizards. And one trucker was like, "Hey, baby, you here for a good time?" And this lady, this lot lizard, climbs into the truck, and then the dude finds out that it's a dude, and he's like, "Ow, no, you've got a dong," and then slices it off, and then tosses it out the window, and then continues carrying his load to Birmingham.
Mhm.
I don't know.
And I would think the Mobile Police Department would have this on their site, like on their Facebook or something.
Oh, they got nothing on there either.
Not that I can see.
Fake news.
And they're
Fake
they're keeping
news.
it hush hush until they know more.
Oh, well, it's the Russians.
Hey, we don't know whose penis this is. If anybody has details, let us know.
Or they're probably looking at the tapes trying to investigate that truck. Kind of like the Idaho murders.
Which
They were
was
being
what?
quiet
All
until
over
they had more.
It was all over the news.
But they weren't saying what they had. That's why, like, the parents were being so disgruntled.
So
at
Daily
the
Star,
time.
some
the
weird
tabloid.
rag got the break.
Well, they're the only
I'm
ones
just saying-
running with it.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying, right? It's a great story.
Well, Lindsay, I'll see your severed schlong and raise you a giant dildo. Shoplifter caught trying to steal a giant 30-inch dildo. This happens in West Hollywood at the Circus of Books, which was formerly known as Chi Chi LaRue's. It's not really important, but it's a funny name nonetheless. So the video's on our Facebook page, and they say that this drunken patron stumbles into the Circus of Books. You see him walking around a little bit, and then they go over and they wrap both arms around this giant 30-inch black dildo and then just walk right on out the door with it. But one of the employees, Marcus Blackwell, says that they were ready like Freddy, his quote. They went out there, they chased the person down, they retrieved the big black schlong, and they brought it back and they put it back on display where they picked it up at. Now, they didn't say whether they called the cops. This big black rubber wiener can be yours for $699.95.
Wow.
So 30 inches, damn near to a doorknob, right?
Uh-huh.
Doorknob's 36 inches.
Yeah.
That's not even the story. The story is how girthy it is.
Boy, it's massive. I've got the measurements right here. This massive black is 30 inches. It says here that it measures at 30.7 inches, so that's the height.
Yeah.
And 6.88 inches wide at the base, and then 11 inches wide at the
end.
The end.
So it's, I mean,
testicle area.
It's like a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, it's a big
Yeah.
bitch. It is huge. That is not for use. That's strictly for display.
Yeah.
In the video, she grabs it with one arm and it almost falls off. Like that's how top.
It's a big one. It's a honker.
Yeah. Yeah. Just out of curiosity, do you know how much it is?
How much, like, price-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, $699.95 plus tax.
I go to a sex shop and I'm like, $30.
Yeah, right. Right. I'm not going to spend $700 for something that'll just sit in the corner and get dusty.
A lot of people, it's payday today, and you're like, "Whoo, dog, been saved."
Valentine's Day's coming up.
Hey man, we're going out. Can't. Saving up. Saving up. Got to get a sex toy. Would you rather get your ass beat once a day, every day for the rest of your life in front of your spouse and kids, or go to prison for 2 years? Lindsay.
Go to prison for 2 years.
So you wouldn't miss your 2 years of your kid's football game?
Yeah. I don't want to get my ass beat
2 years of
every day.
birthdays? 2 years of Christmas? Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. Qualifying people for Harley Days in May. Corby Schultz of Sand Springs got qualified. Congratulations, Corby. Feels weird to say. He is now in the running for a chance to win a 100th anniversary Harley Davidson Dyna Wide Glide from Steel Horse Motorcycles inside Oklahoma Outdoor World, just off Route 66 in Sapulpa. Another chance coming up in about 49 minutes. So make sure you're listening for that cue at the top of every hour with us and then throughout the day as well. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Corby. And happy
Corbin.
I
Corby's the
know.
one that got qualified.
And happy 32nd porn star birthday to Veronica Vane. She gets in on with a vengeance in after work shower, pole skills and holes filled, and twerking 9 to 5. Fun fact, she left a career on Wall Street because porn was just much more appealing to her.
I'm trying to find her online.
Veronica Vane.
No, I know, but how do you spell that? Like
V-A.
V-A-I-N or
No.
like?
Yeah, Vain.
I was thinking vein like runs through your body as well, Corbin.
Mhm.
That would make sense for her profession.
That's why I was like, yeah, I get it.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. She's a porn star.
Yep, there's some of her handiwork.
Yes.
Good morning, Gimpy.
Good morning, Corbin. Hey, we're going to be out at Los Cabos and Jinx on Friday, celebrating Cinco de Mayo, part of their 18th year of doing this. Why don't you come by, have some beers? We'll be there from 5 to 7.
All right, I thought we'd do a little fill in the blank news. I'll read the headline, leave part of it out. You two have to guess. Try to wait till the end to give your answer of what the blank part is. First one, researchers find underwater blank in South Florida. Researchers find underwater blank in South Florida.
Underwater city.
I like
The
it.
lost city of Atlantis was just off the coast of Florida. Yes, that has to be it. No, but I did read something earlier this week that they found parts of a sunken city. That was in Egypt, I think. So I don't think this is part of it.
I mean, anything's possible. It's Florida.
Right. I like the idea of an underwater city.
Researchers are taking a deeper dive into a more than 100-year-old discovery off the South Florida coast. The National Park Service explained Monday how officials found a former quarantine hospital and a cemetery in the waters of the dry Tortugas National Park. I'm sure I mutilated that. The graves were part of the Fort Jefferson Post Cemetery, most of which were military members. Officials say the healthcare facility was reportedly used to treat yellow fever patients at the fort as far back as the 1890s. Archaeologists started to survey the area last year and plan to share more details about their findings soon.
That's interesting.
So all these people with yellow fever in the water, and we're like, yay, in summer.
Splash around, yeah.
There's a photo floating around of an airplane in the water saying they found the Malaysian flight that crashed.
Oh, wow.
It is not that plane. It is another plane that was underwater somewhere else. It's not, just don't fall for it.
Man, I'd like to drain the ocean and see what all's at the bottom.
Where do you put the water?
That's a good question. We'll work on that later. But man, all the planes and ships and just garbage that's in the ocean, I'm interested to see what all's down in there.
You want to see some global warming.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to see some environmental damage. Let's drain the ocean.
Yeah. We'll pump it back in.
So I went down, there's 2 rabbit holes that I've been going down recently online. And one of them is of people hanging out of windows and falling. Like they're deliberately hanging out of windows and falling.
Okay.
Yeah. Cause it's the crazy, like, why would you do that? And then they fall and it's just, anyway. So there's that one. And then the other one is, and this is complete other end of the spectrum. I'm going to mess up the word, but it's duck water management.
Duck water management.
So people out on their land will drain and create ponds and plant drain and then plant like corn and stuff like that for ducks to have a habitat. And like the rabbit hole is crazy.
Huh.
Mostly I go because to watch people be like, how dare you drain the pond? And he's like, this is what people do all over America and all over the world. It's part of the management of wildlife. And it's just the most fascinating thing that I had no idea of.
Who'd have thought?
NYPD asks residents to keep Apple blank in their vehicles. NYPD asks residents to keep Apple blank in their vehicles.
Lindsay, do you know this one?
No.
Oh, I do. Go ahead. What do you think?
Apple cider vinegar?
Why?
I don't know.
Why? Of all the things to pick.
But Apple. Apple.
How about an Apple bag?
How about the brand?
Apple. Inside their vehicle.
Yeah.
Apple Honey Crisps.
Apple Jacks.
iPhones.
Apple dried candy.
Apple computers.
It's AirTags is what it is. And it's because of Verizon thefts or whatever.
New York Police Department officials are asking residents to help them move into the 21st century by keeping Apple AirTags in their vehicles. The 21st century calls for 21st century policing, says NYPD Chief of Department Jeffrey Madry. AirTags in your car will help us recover your vehicle if it's stolen. We'll use our drones, our Star Chase technology, and good old-fashioned police work to safely recover your stolen car. help us help you. Get an AirTag. Wow. To help kick off the effort, the city is giving away 500 AirTags at no charge.
Wow.
Mayor Eric Adams announced on Monday there's no word yet on how residents will be able to claim them. Dude, they're amazing because I have been putting them on stuff, and when I misplace something, I find it super fast. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah. And how much does an AirTag cost? Just one?
Like $25 for 4, if I remember.
That's not too awful bad then.
I might be wrong on that, but I feel like that's about how much they were.
Okay.
Are they waterproof?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You don't sound very confident.
No, you don't.
It's not something I've explored. Give me what?
I was thinking for Kevin's like duck decoys.
Let's say you've tagged your keys and oops, dropped them in a puddle, or they're in the path of a colossal spill. That's okay. Your AirTag is water resistant.
Water resistant. Nothing's soundproof. Nothing's waterproof, right?
Resistant.
Was blank a hit at Chick-fil-A? Was blank a hit at Chick-fil-A?
New fish sandwich?
Or cow? Did they start serving beef?
Right. We've branched out. We start selling burgers.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the market cornered on our Jesus chicken, but we need Jesus beef as well.
Were they open on a Sunday, maybe?
That I could see. Like, let's try this and see what happens.
I doubt it, actually.
Open up on a Sunday. I like that one.
I know. I think fish.
Chick-fil-A launched its first meatless chicken option in February, and apparently it was a hit. The Chick-fil-A...
Right? You can't call it that.
The Chick-fil-A cauliflower sandwich is made with cauliflower that is marinated and breaded in the original Chick-fil-A signature seasoning, pressure cooked and paired with 2 dill pickles, two dill pickle chips on a toasted bun. Chick-fil-A conducted the limited time test of the vegetarian sandwich in 3 test markets: Denver, Charleston, and Greensboro. The majority of customers were impressed, and 68% said the new offering exceeded their expectations. An additional 20% said the sandwich met their expectations. The survey showed that 81% of people who tried the sandwich went to the test location specifically for that item.
I want to know what the price is on it.
Why?
Because you can't.
You plan on getting one?
No, but you can't.
Vegetables are always cheaper than meat.
Okay, I'm just making sure that they're charging not the same price as they would their Chick-fil-A
Well, they probably
sandwich.
are. What would it? No, you're just becoming a price Nazi all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Right, because there's no meat in there.
Yeah.
So it's like, you should give us that a break.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
I mean, they may all be offering. I don't know what the price point is. It's just a weird thing. To me, it's cauliflower.
Yeah, exactly.
Cauliflower's gross.
Yeah.
Unless there's cheese on it. Melted
And even
cheese.
then, I'm like, just eat cheese.
It really is the worst vegetable of all the vegetables.
No.
No, okra, get out of
no.
here. Man credits Times Square blank for new kidney. Man credits Times Square blank for new kidney.
Times Square, New
Time-
York.
Times Square. All I see in Times Square is billboards.
That's what I was thinking. There has to be like a giant billboard or something to that effect.
Yeah.
That's helped him out. He saw something or whatever.
Or an encounter. Like
Other
Times Square.
than that, there's just a bunch of people.
Right.
And they're in New York. They're not going to help. Assholes.
Right.
You know?
Maybe an encounter.
The long wait is finally over for a New York TV executive who 5 years ago put up a billboard in Times Square in his search for a new kidney. 58-year-old cancer survivor Mark Weiner is now recovering from transplant surgery at his home in Long Island. Weiner calls that billboard made possible by his wife's employer a lifesaver. Hundreds of applicants responded to be potential donors, including an NYPD detective and a woman.
That's it, huh?
It turned out that they weren't a match for Weiner, but were for 2 other kidney patients.
Oh.
Weiner says it was those 2 donations that gave him what he calls the golden ticket and allowed him to get a kidney through a donor swap program. I've said it before, and I'll say it as many times as I get the opportunity to. Make yourself an organ donor.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Blank tops a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame fan vote. Blank tops Rock and Roll Hall of Fame fan vote.
Lindsay, do you know this one?
Oh,
If you were to guess, what do you think it would be?
Eminem.
That's not Eminem.
Wasn't he one of the nominees this year?
Yeah, sure.
I thought so. You kind of laughed, so it
I
must not
laughed
be a
because
rock and roll.
I honestly, when I read it, I said, really?
Okay.
But I mean, I say that about a lot of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Unless you're actually
Yeah.
rock and roll, you shouldn't be in there. But whatever, it's not my Hall of Fame. But to answer the question, I believe it's this guy.
Oh.
An artist or band must have released its first commercial recording at least 25 years prior to the year of nomination.
Mm-hmm.
George Michael got over 1 million ballots to lead the fan vote for this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Voting ended Friday for rock fans to choose their favorite to be inducted this year. And the legendary singer came in first. Cyndi Lauper came in second with over 900,000 votes, followed by Warren Zevon. Rounding out the top 5 are Iron Maiden and Soundgarden. This year's inductees to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame will be announced sometime in May.
Fun.
Metallica's Blank is almost 9 years sober. Metallica's Blank is almost 9 years sober.
That's got to be a band member, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I just guess it doesn't have to be. Could be their manager.
Metallica's seamstress is almost like,
right, exactly.
don't put it past me. I'm just saying.
Just doesn't hit the same. So I'm going to say, lead singer, James Hetfield. It's either going to be Lars or James.
Which one of those was who had the marriage and the kids and said he did it for his wife and kids?
Well, I couldn't help you out there.
James, the lead singer?
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
James. Yeah.
probably James.
By the way, there's a video floating around of James Hetfield before the show starts. They're apparently in the round, and he walks out and he sets up to start.
Mhm.
They're in Paris, I believe, and he's right there by the crowd, and someone's filming, and you see him like going through the motions to go on, and he's getting emotional.
Wow.
And I don't know anything, but it feels like he's like the moment is getting caught up with him. How many times has he gone on stage?
Right.
How many times has he started a tour?
Absolutely.
But for some reason, this one lands different.
Uh-huh.
So what does that mean? Is it landing different because this is it?
All right. Like this could be one of his last shows.
This is what last tour.
Last tour. Yeah, that's possible.
Or is it like, did he put so much energy into this and with the divorce and all that he didn't think he'd get here? Come on, they're a $1 billion band. They were going to get there.
Or maybe because this time he's sober. And
He's been
feels
sober.
differently.
No, he's been sober many times, right? Doesn't stay sober or whatever, but he's done this. So I don't know, but it had a weird aura to it that it was like, it's an awesome video.
Very interesting.
Anyway, Kirk Hammett, the guitarist for Metallica, recently spoke with the Fan Club magazine. So what? No, that's the name of the magazine. And revealed how long he has been sober. I'm going on 9 years sober pretty soon. I attribute so much of my own personal growth to getting sober, said Kirk. And I wish I would have gotten sober a long time ago, but it just wasn't in the cards, But improved in my life, pretty much everything is improved. Metallica began its M72 Global Tour 2023-24 this past week with 2 shows in Amsterdam, Netherlands. In total, Metallica will perform 2 nights each in 22 different places worldwide.
Damn.
I've been very excited to read this one. Crazy Town frontman gets blank.
There's still a thing, huh?
Crazy Town frontman gets blank.
Probably arrested. That guy is a mess, man. Unless they got a new guy.
Or is it a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Oh, geez, right? Right? That guy was on, what was it, Celebrity Rehab or some jive like that?
Oh.
I believe. I don't know. I know that guy's a mess. So it's either jailed or assaulted or gets a solo record deal.
Oh, my gosh. We'll say arrested?
Things are getting crazier for Crazy Town's frontman, Shifty Shell Shock. Last Tuesday, just 2 days after the band was kicked off the tour with Head PE, Shifty was arrested and detained in South Carolina for allegedly driving under the influence. As previously reported, Crazy Town is no longer part of the New Metal Madness Tour 2 after Shifty and his bandmate, Bobby, got into a fist fight backstage at a show. That feels very metal.
Right.
The New Metal Madness Tour continues with Head PE, Edema, and Tantric through May 13th. And I didn't know this, but I believe he is the boyfriend to Melissa Clark, who is a 90s TV actress.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Millions watched full Super Mario Brothers movie posted on blank. Millions watched full Super Mario Brothers movie posted on blank.
Man. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Oh, I can see it on TikTok.
Oh, YouTube.
Right. Like a part 46 of the new Mario Brother. They do that. It's like part 1, and it's only like a 2-minute video. So you have to go back to the profile and like search for the one you watched. It's a giant pain in the ass.
Yeah, it is.
But I could see it. Because I don't see like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, any of those, allowing that to happen.
Right.
Nearly 9 million people saw a Twitter video with the new Super Mario Brothers movie in full. A Twitter account with over 1 million followers illegally posted the video of the movie in 2 parts that contained the entire film. The Twitter eventually deleted the video. A Twitter Blue subscription allows subscribers to upload hour-long videos in high quality.
Wow.
That doesn't sound fun to watch it on your phone for that long.
No.
But I guess you could do it on your laptop, I guess.
Yeah, or, you can stream it up there.
Network aired old clip that included blank. Network aired old clip that included blank.
Old clip.
An old clip.
What network? See, these are all questions that need to be answered.
Right.
We'll get to that coming up.
Maybe.
Porn, maybe?
Okay. Porn, some form of nudity or cuss words.
Had to be
maybe?
something obscene, yeah.
Mhm.
Racial slurs or something to that effect. I like the idea because that seems to be a thing. People hacking into systems and playing porn on whatever.
ESPN is apologizing for showing a quick clip of the World Trade Center's Twin Towers during halftime of the New York Knicks loss
Wasn't expecting that.
in the Miami Heat on Sunday. The towers appeared as the network returned from a promo that featured a beauty shot of the Statue of Liberty, but the towers could clearly be seen in the bottom of the frame. In a statement to the blog Awful Announcing, ESPN apologized Monday for using an old stock image, an image that would have been at least 22 years old. So if you think about it, if somebody's working graphics and they're 22, they don't think.
No.
They don't know the skyline with it.
Right.
They're just like, oh, New York footage, here we go.
Right. Statue of Liberty, boom. Wow.
And finally, the blank in our favorite foods. The blank in our favorite foods.
The blank in our favorite foods.
The killer?
Sure.
favorite
That sounds,
foods?
yeah. The disease.
Ooh.
The insects.
The disease.
I like the disease inside your food.
In our favorite
food. So, what else? Honestly, what else could it be? Going with disease.
Food scientist Brian Kwok Lee is revealing some really surprising ingredients that go in common foods we eat, like animal hair in fast food. A common ingredient used to flavor beef and fast food is an amino acid called cysteine. He explains the only large-scale natural source of cysteine is from hair. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Anything that's beef flavored contains this. Adding that pork products also most likely contain it. Another one, bugs in candy. Most people should know this. Shellac wax and red dye carmine are often used in candy like jelly beans, and they're both made from bugs. Shellac wax comes from the lac inside, and the red dye comes from the cochineal bug. Wood in vanilla products and peach rings. Foods like ice cream and peach ring candies that use synthetic versions of vanilla, known as vanillin, contains traces of wood, he says. More or less, everything has some amount of vanillin just because it's good at masking undesirable flavors. How about this one? Military-grade acid.
What?
In Coke. The popular soda contains phosphoric acid, which the food scientist explains is a highly reactive compound which is found in tank grenades. While the food-grade version is very refined compared to the industrial one, he says it mirrors the one used for weapons.
That's why you can clean a rusty bumper off with it.
Or
Yeah.
the buildup on the battery, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pool cleaning supplies in beer, juice, and cheese.
What?
These foods often contain diamycosis, earth. which is made from tiny sea crustaceans and is used for pool cleaning. It's great for filtering and is used during the brewing stages as a filtration system. Mold in soy sauce. He says Korean-style soy sauce is made by taking a block of soybeans, putting it outside, and adding that if you ate that raw, you'd probably die. But a special process makes it, quote, safe. And the last one, animal bones and white sugar. Raw sugar cane starts out brown, and to get the brown color out, sugar is often filtered through animal bone char to make it white. Most people don't know sugar is not white.
Right.
Why it's called sugar in the raw, and it's brown.
Right. And is delicious.
Oh, my God. It's the only way to put things in your coffee.
The only thing I don't like about it is like when I make a jug of sweet tea at the house, it doesn't break up that well in the sweet tea.
You're going to need to buy there's a finer version of it.
Oh, really? Thanks for the
Or
tip.
use super duper duper hot water. Boil it.
Yeah, but
So duper is just a stage above.
Gotcha.
Super.
Do I have to turn the knob a little extra to get that?
Yeah, only the new stoves have it. I don't think you have one that has the super duper setting.
Gotcha. I might have to check into that.
Take a break and we'll be back.
Tulsa's morning show continues next.
Watching your loved one in this peril moment, who have called the people to save their life, go, yo, man.
Yeah.
Do your job. Like, do you get into it? Well, of course not. But do you get into an aggressive confrontation over the
You assume that they're doing.
I think so, right?
You would just be like, well, I guess Tom's dead. They said he's dead. I got to take your word for it.
Did they put the thing on the finger and it didn't make any noise? And they were like, yeah, I put new batteries in it yesterday.
Right.
Right.
Well, my thing was, if they are an ambulance, and why weren't they taking the body themselves?
Ambulances don't take bodies.
Oh.
They transport to the hospital.
Okay, why weren't they doing that then?
Because they said it was dead.
It just all seems so weird. Like,
when a body's dead,
Yeah.
they don't take it to the hospital.
Beg to differ. They took my mom to the hospital.
Did they?
St. John's.
But were they trying to save her on the
No,
way?
she was already dead. She was dead. Dead.
The two experiences
Dead.
The two experiences that I have had with dead people who have died in a home.
Yeah.
The ambulance comes, they don't take the body.
Yeah, when my mom died, I got the call. We was on 21st and they lived on 21st and shared anyhow. So I get to the house and the ambulance is backed up in the driveway and they got her on the gurney, putting her in the back of the ambulance, taking her to the hospital. She's already pronounced dead.
It feels like an extra trip to take them to the hospital.
I don't know.
well, that's where the morgue.
It's not at the hospital. The hospital has a morgue.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know how it works out.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with my dad, too. My dad died at the house, and they picked him up, took him to the hospital, and that's where we got to say our final goodbyes.
Yeah,
So,
and I don't know. It's like, do you check? Maybe they check the ID. It's like, are they a organ donor? Maybe that's why you take the body to the hospital. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how that works out.
And so, again, I'm not an EMT. So, like, you're an EMT, they die, you go, all right, where's their wallet? I got to check their ID to see if they're an organ donor. How does that work?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you let the people at the hospital deal with it. Like, we're just here to drop the body off. Y'all figure it out.
And is there a code like they call in? Like, do they do lights if they're taking a dead body to the hospital? Do they run code to the hospital?
Right, lights and sirens and the whole nine.
Yeah. I would think not. It's
Probably
not an
not.
emergency.
Right.
Exactly.
But if they're an organ donor, time is of the essence on those things.
Right.
They have a shelf life.
Man busted with a ton of child porn. So police in Florida.
Is he a cross-dresser?
You should see the mugshot. It's a doozy. Police got a tip in January about some child sexual abuse material being uploaded to the internet at this address.
It's the Crypt Keeper.
They check it out. And that's where they come. They find a 17-year-old Paul Zytel at his home. They searched the house. They found more than 220,000 printed images, weighing in at 2,600 pounds. This cat had a literal ton of child porn strode throughout his house in boxes on boxes on boxes in his garage, or excuse me, in his office and in his bedroom. Obviously, they arrested the guy. He's in on a $250,000 bond.
It's Herbert.
You boys like popsicles?
It's Herbert from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Herbert the pervert.
You can take your shirt off if you want to.
Attorney accused of stealing settlements to cover drugs and porn.
Was it child porn?
An attorney suspended by the Florida Supreme Court is accused of taking settlement money from his personal injury clients. Deputies say 44-year-old Christopher Reynolds used the money on items including drugs, prostitutes, ride sharing. I don't know if that's in there. I don't know. And adult websites.
Just to show that he's not a total deviant.
Yeah.
He's responsible.
Yeah.
He takes an Uber when he goes out.
Yeah.
Come on.
Drugs, prostitutes, DoorDash, and adult websites. Drugs, prostitutes, bespoke, adult websites. Why did they throw that in there? It's so weird. Detectives say at least 16 clients lost more than $850,000. They believe there's more victims. He could face as much as 30 years in prison if convicted on all charges.
Damn.
Congratulations. I got good news. I got bad news. What's the good news? We won.
Woohoo.
What's the bad news? Ooh, there's no money left.
Sweet potato cracks 2011 cold case leads to Massachusetts man's arrest.
Is that like the informant's name?
They call me Sweet Tater.
Hey, man, don't talk to Sweet Potato.
No, the Massachusetts police made a pretty spectacular break.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, Friday, in a decade-old case murder, thanks to an actual sweet potato. They arrested the suspect on Friday in a February 27th, 2011 shooting death of Todd Lampley. Cops found the alleged killer's DNA on sweet potato left at the scene. Yeah.
You don't like sweet potatoes?
No, it's the DNA left on a sweet potato.
Yeah. So
Good Lord, dude. That's not what they're for.
Davaris Hampton of Mashpee was arraigned Monday in Barnstable
Mashed
District Court.
pea, mashed potatoes.
Mashpee. Yeah. Charges of murder, assault, and battery with a deadly weapon. He's 40 years old. He pled not guilty, was ordered to be held without bail. Police found 3 shell casings, a black cell phone, and a sweet potato with a hole through it at the scene. Investigators reportedly found his DNA on the sweet potato.
Pause.
He used it.
There's only 2 reasons that Sweet Tater has a hole in it.
You don't put holes in potatoes.
You do if you want to stick something in it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. I am not aware, and it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, of any delicacy made with pomme de terre, apples of the earth,
Mm-hmm.
that have a hole in it. Now, twice baked potatoes, sure.
Yeah.
You scoop everything out, make the mashed taters with everything, put it back in,
Mm.
crisp it up, right?
Mhm.
Delicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's about it. I can't think of another, and I've never seen that done with sweet potatoes. Not that I couldn't. The skin's not as dense as a regular potato.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So picture this. He
Mhm.
holds the potato. My mouse has the potato, or my.
Everybody who's watching at
Mhm.
home, yeah.
He used the sweet potato as a silencer.
Yeah. Yeah. Got it from a TV show.
Yes, he sure
Mhm.
did.
Oh.
In court, prosecutors recalled a scene in the hit HBO series The Wire
Right.
when a sweet
right.
potato was used to mask
that
a
show.
gunshot.
I think a sweet potato is the worst potato to use as a silencer
Oh, okay. Say
because
more.
it's weird shape. All right. Most
do have
sweet
weird
taters
shapes,
are
yeah.
oddly shaped. If you want a good tater,
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. I don't know if we talked about this. I really enjoy the movie Gladiator. If you've ever seen it, Joaquin Phoenix is in it. It's and Russell Crowe. It's a good movie, right? It isn't a great movie. I wouldn't call it one of my favorite movies of all time, but it's a good movie and I enjoy watching it, right? And in the movie, there's an actor by the name of Oliver Reed. And while filming Gladiator, he died. And he died by consuming 8 pints of beer, 12 shots of rum, half a bottle of whiskey, and multiple shots of cognac, all because he was challenging sailors from some ship that was there to a drinking contest, and then decided to arm wrestle him, and then he collapsed and died.
Damn. That's a lot to take in.
No kidding.
He played Proximo, for those that don't know, in Gladiator. But, I mean, 8 pints of beer. I'd be done just at the beer.
Right.
And then 12 shots of rum.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
And then half a bottle of whiskey.
That's the over. That's the over.
Oh, that's the over part. That's too much,
Yeah.
huh? At
That's
that
too much,
point.
man. Just cross the line. Eh.
All at once, like right after the other.
See, and that's a
What?
good question right there, because I feel like you could do all that in a 24-hour period, right? You start drinking as soon as you wake up in the morning, and then you don't finish until you fall over, not dead. But I think it can be done. It's only 8 beers, 12 shots, and how big was the bottle? That's a question. Was it a fifth? Was it a handle?
I mean, it was probably, they're in a bar, so it probably was.
Right. Okay, so you get a fifth maybe. That's not going to be a pint or a half pint, but okay, so that's what approximately 2, maybe 3 drinks, 4 drinks, maybe at the most. Half a bottle of whiskey, depends on how heavy your hand is.
I don't know. at that, like, what's the order, right? And he probably, the beer was just a follower, right? He was just like sipping on that,
Mhm.
Right.
and then the other stuff was the mission.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Using the beer as a chaser, just kind of like step into it, whatever, and then boom, shots of rum. All the rum's gone, and he's like, give us some whiskey.
Do you want me to turn the switch on? You think you can take this off, man?
Right.
Let's go. Over the top, you pussies.
There's a bunch of damn sailors.
You know him, I'm an actor. I play you better than you play.
I'm a real life gladiator.
Is he not interesting? You not interesting?
Yeah. That's
He's
a lot.
great in the movie,
Yeah.
too, by the way.
I wonder if he was pissed drunk in the movie.
Dude, I don't know.
That
Some of
makes
the
you
stories you hear about actors, and you're like, oh, they were messed up the whole time.
wonder. Yeah. But they pull off their scenes like it ain't, you can't even tell.
Speaking of actor, well, I mean, think about Bruce Willis, right? Like, nobody knew until they decided to make it public that he had some medical thing, and they had to feed lines to him in his
Yeah.
ear.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Foxx still in the hospital.
Mhm.
Yeah, I heard about that, but I didn't know what for.
It's
I
not
know.
disclosed.
Okay.
So I think he had to have had a stroke or
You
something.
think so, huh? Wow.
To still be in, yeah.
Close anything.
No,
but when
they
you're
do
on
not.
that level.
No, they don't. Even at that.
Mhm.
So keep in mind, we had a woman whose skull was cut open
Yeah.
and plates put in, and she went home in 7 days.
Yeah.
And Jamie Foxx has been in there almost a month.
Mm-hmm.
Has it? It feels like he's been in there almost 2 months. Like it feels like he's been in there so long.
It's been a long time, which means
Yes.
they must be concerned for his well-being.
It feels like he's been in there since March.
And they said pray for Jamie was like the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what does that mean? Like, sometimes you just say that,
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
and
Cool.
sometimes it's said in a dire situation.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a dire? Dude, if other celebrities start going to visit him,
Oh, then you know something's
something's up.
up. Yeah. But would we even know that? That's the thing.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
We don't know much of anything about what's going on with the guy, except for he's in the hospital. And I think his daughter said that he's doing all right, I think.
His like immediate family, daughters and stuff, and kids coming to visit him.
Mhm.
No, that's normal, expected behavior.
Yeah.
But when you have like legendary friends come and visit, and like, then you start going, oh,
Right,
Yeah.
right. Jim Carrey swings by.
because it brings attention. I don't know if they're friends, but it brings attention.
In Living Color Days.
Yeah. It brings attention to it. So it'll be like, I'll wait till you get home.
Right. Makes sense.
But if that means he ain't going home if you start seeing celebrities going to visit
Yeah.
him.
When do we do our draft again?
Right. All right. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Tulsa's morning show is coming right back.
So this customer was, completely awful to the person working there, and the person that works there is their number one salesperson, that's the only way they're going to keep that job. If they are their
to
number
keep the
one
job.
Yeah.
I thought you
Yeah.
were trying to argue why someone should piss on someone's ID.
No.
There's no reason. I
No.
don't care if that ID was stung by a jellyfish. No.
Right.
No, there's no reason.
It seems like a weird flex.
No.
You don't look cool.
No.
No.
You look dehydrated, to be honest. I'm going to read this headline. This is real. Horses sue the federal government over them being exiled to an island.
Did you get that from The Onion?
No.
Horses
Hired
a lawyer,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, hey,
From what
Mr. Ed.
I know you want to say nay, but
I mean,
so they're suing the federal government and the national park. Win Today and Jelly Donut have brought a lawsuit by just kidding. That's
okay, I was gonna say,
horses always have like stupid names.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
right,
They never end in E like a dog's does.
right.
Anyway, a lawsuit brought by two animal rights groups, an environmental activist, and a woman who lives on Georgia's Cumberland Island names a group of non-native wild horses as plaintiffs. The lawsuit claims the horses have standing to bring a suit in their own right. The suit argues that the habitat surrounding the animals on Cumberland Island's national seashore has been gradually damaged by the horses and that the government should move them off the island.
Okay, so the horses are suing to stay on the island.
Um,
I'm lost in this weird lawsuit.
yeah, this says a lawsuit brought by two
People. They're like, hey, these horses are ruining our coastline. They need to be moved. And then the horses are like, nay.
they're the plaintiffs, so they are going, hey,
Okay.
we
We represent
So
the
weird.
horses.
here's a question.
Uh-huh.
Free time?
Mm.
They have a lot of free time.
Yes.
Because, if you have enough money, you can call them and go, I want to sue XYZ.
Uh-huh.
But typically, you got to do some research and all those other things that come along with it and then do that.
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, as an example, I'm going to sue somebody. Right. And so I've been doing all this research, preparing small claims court. Right.
Mhm.
I'm preparing to do that.
Right.
I didn't just do it. I mean, I could have just done it,
Right.
but I'm trying to do it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but if you have free time, then you can be like,
Yeah, you got all the time in the world.
you go to brunch
Yeah.
and then you're like, hey, these horses are ruining my view. Let's sue and make as if the horse wants to leave.
I don't think the horse wants to leave.
I think the others, I don't know. How'd they get there?
That's a good point.
It's
But
an island. So how'd they get there?
I mean, animals run away all the time.
True.
So, I mean, they could have just bounced at any point in time.
Except this is an island.
Right.
Yeah, true.
So unless they built a boat or Noah was available, I don't know how they got there.
Mhm.
Unless, like, maybe the water receded dramatically
Right.
and allowed them to trot a gaggle of them. That's
Yeah.
not the right term.
Mm-mm.
Of them across.
Mhm.
What is it for a lot of?
I think I heard
Okay.
herd of horses.
I just don't want to buy that. I feel like murder and some of these other ones are much better. They could have come up with something that isn't already used by cattle, right? Maybe it is. And so it feels like they didn't just trotted over there at one time.
It's a team.
A team.
A team of horses. I think the same goes for mules too, right? Think about like Borax and the 1,000 mule team.
Sure. So
Learn something new. A team of horses.
I feel like the defense attorney is going to be like, this is a piece of cake. We'll just ask them.
Right.
We'll put them on. We want to call them as a witness.
I would like to call my first witness, Starlight.
I want to call my first witness, winning streak.
Right. I would like to call my second witness, Mama's little helper. He's a good little horse, aren't you?
Right? I want to call my first witness, I'm with bloat.
Right.
These are actual horse names. I'd like to call my first witness, Jesus versus God, fight.
Oh, geez.
It's an actual horse name.
Wow.
I'd like to call my second witness, Fred. That's the name of a horse.
He's the special one.
Yeah.
I'd call my
Frank.
second witness, Hand.
I would like to call to the stand, Sugar. Sugar, come on up here.
Oh, God. My next witness, Your Honor, is Whore of the Paddock.
Oh, jeez. That's the troublemaker right there. You watch out for that one.
And after that, I'll have Rumpelstiltskin. These are horses' names. I'm pulling from a list of real horses' names.
Wow. Dog poop being tossed over balconies at apartment complex. This is happening in Largo, Maryland. Residents at one of the Prince George's County apartment complexes have been tossing dog poop over their balconies, and it's creating quite a mess below on the sidewalks. So residents are unhappy, and apparently there's a lot of people that are trying to move into these apartments and instantly turned off because they're stepping on the sidewalks, trying to look at apartments and stepping in poop.
Oh, well, look where you're going.
Right. BB Stokes Davis is a realtor who works at one of the businesses attached to the building. And she says, when we have customers coming in, there's dog poop all up and down the sideway. We talked to the resident manager out here about it, and they didn't get it cleaned up. They said they was going to put that guy out there who's above our property, but...
Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but it has been circulating, and somebody texted in about it. I saw it yesterday, and it is up at Bailey Ranch, the golf course. Apparently, there was a fight that happened,
Ooh, doggy.
and I don't know what's happening. There's no way to know. Clearly, these are local people, so if you know what happened, but
Yeah, they're throwing down, man.
Dude.
You can't play the audio.
watching people fight that don't know how to fight is spectacular.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, they're just flailing away. These guys are getting tossed around.
Watching the beginning, one guy, his knee goes out. I mean, he loses, like his MCL goes out or something because he just collapses and can't stand. And so then he tries to like chase the guy and take, like, what could you possibly be arguing about?
Right.
It was your turn?
Exactly.
Too slow?
yelled
Playing the wrong
for-
ball? What could you possibly be arguing about?
Drink my beer.
It's gotta be drunk idiots. And somebody made a comment of like, I saw online was, this is what happens when you try to make the game available to anyone. Shut your stupid mouth.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Implying that it's supposed to be a gentleman's game.
Shut up.
Like, he's stupid. It's a dimpled ball you hit on a bunch of acreage.
See, it's what happens when you let heathens in the country club.
Yes. Yes. And I think Bailey's a private club anyway.
I think so. Whatever.
It's a fantastic video. So continue to just be you, Oklahoma. That's some good stuff there. Let's see what Lindsay has for Balls to the Wall Sports.
A bit of breaking news. Tori Bowie, a track and field athlete who won 3 Olympic medals for Team USA, is dead. Tori was found deceased yesterday in Florida, but the cause of death remains unclear. Her management team released a statement this morning confirming the tragic news, saying that they're devastated over her passing. At the 2016 Summer Olympics in Brazil, Tori won 3 medals, including 1 gold as a member of the women's 4x100-meter relay team. Tori also earned a silver in the 100-meter dash, plus a bronze in the 200-meter dash. Before her Team USA triumphs, Tori was a standout track star in college at the University of Southern Mississippi, where she was a 2-time NCAA long jump champion in both indoor and outdoor track. The year after her 3-medal performance at the Rio Olympics, Tori became the world's fastest woman, winning the 100-meter dash. at the 2017 IAAF World Championships in London with a blistering time of 10.85 seconds. In addition to her athletic success, Tori also modeled. She was featured in a Valentino campaign and also posed for ESPN, the magazine's body issue. She was just 32 years old.
She had some comeback problems recently that it was unclear if she was going to be able to make a comeback. And so I hope it wasn't that triggered some other thing in her life that caused her life to end.
Yeah. And that's your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite, the original light. Well, he goes and tells the manager calls the cops come out and they talk to Jorge, and Jorge's like, yeah, man, I've been doing this for like 6 years. I've got like over 500 videos on my phone. Here, you want to see some? And he ends up sharing some of the videos with the police. Anyhow, the woman, the 18-year-old woman, had no idea she had been filmed. Old Jorge told the police that he does this because they're hard to find on the internet and that he uses them for gratification.
Hey, he is an entrepreneur.
Yes, he's helping out. He's providing a service.
At Disney, we want go-getters.
Yeah.
Solving problems.
Yeah. Well, Jorge got popped for video voyeurism. That's what he's in trouble
This
for.
story feels familiar. I know it's not the same story, but I feel like we've read a story before about somebody doing this, but maybe it was some other child predator thing or something, but it was like a janitor or somebody in the back.
They say here's not the first time this has happened at the Disney World or whatever. It says back in 2018, Eric King, a Walt Disney World using his phone in an employee-only men's room at Disney's Animal Kingdom and was charged with video voyeurism. Another member said that he was at the urinal when he noticed that Mr. King was filming him under the nearby bathrooms.
I'm kicking somebody.
Oh, for sure. And then here's a fun one. Yambao Zhang, a Chinese national. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce his name. He pleaded guilty to voyeurism in 2014 after he took pictures of girls between the ages of 4 and 7 while he was vacationing at the Magic Kingdom.
Listen, I'm sure the Disney jail's awesome. Yeah. Because that's where I would be going because I am assaulting an MFer.
In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I don't know if they're like, let's say I'm at the urinal, like taking a whiz, and I look down and there's a phone filming me. I'm just going to piss on the phone.
Yeah, my aim's going to get really bad really quick.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, if I find out that you were videoing my little girls, that's a different story.
Cattle with tongues missing found in Texas. It's a bizarre story where authorities are investigating the mysterious deaths of about a half dozen cattle, and they were found with their tongues cut out. Ranchers in Madison County are looking, that's about 100 miles north of Houston. They said they found mutilated remains of 6-year-old longhorn cross cow last week with their tongue cleanly cut and removed. Sheriff's office said it learned about five similar cases in the neighboring counties. There's no signs of struggle. There's no footprints. There's no tracks. And grass around the carcasses wasn't disturbed.
Oh, well, then it had to be aliens then.
Well, of course.
Of course. I don't know, man. They say cow tongue's pretty good. So, I mean, maybe the aliens got, a new taco recipe or something. They're like, hey, we need.
Is it chunga? Is that chungura?
Fresh cow tongue.
I forget what it's called, but yeah. Cow tongue tacos are yummy, yummy, yummy. I like a good tongue taco. This says, I'm about to get divorced from my wife of 10 years because I made a stupid mistake and had a one-night stand. We got in an argument. I left, went to the bar, slept with some woman, and almost immediately the guilt took over me. She has told me it's over, but I have to try. What can I do to get her to give our marriage a second chance? 918-460-KMOD. Bmms. Then whatever you think he should do to 82945. Let's entertain the idea. What are some things he could do? How about a vacation?
Ooh,
you and me, let's have a vacation. Let's go to some beautiful exotic place and talk out my inability to keep my penis in my pants.
Yeah.
Having kids usually fixes that situation.
That maybe if you're lucky, you'll get to do that.
Vacations are nice. Absolutely.
Can you work on a problem on a vacation, Lindsay?
I don't think so. Because
this
once
isn't a
you get
problem. This is a
back-
crack in the foundation.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Because once you get back, everything's right there, Yeah.
What are some other
And
things he could try?
I think he
Entertain the
begs,
idea.
goes
No bad
on
ideas.
hands and knees and
Begs?
what do you want me to? I will do anything you want me to do.
Yeah. Horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody, right? And this is why. Because you want to fix it, you have to come up with ideas. Not me.
Mm-hmm.
You want to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have to tell you how to fix your problem?
Mm-hmm.
Not just this, any scenario, if you have to go to the person and be like, tell me what I have to do to fix this, then you shouldn't be in it. It's a horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody to try and rectify a problem. Because it means you don't know. You haven't even entertained ideas.
Right.
How about a candlelight dinner?
That's
not
good
enough.
and gravy and all, but the distractions there, man, you're not going to be able to enjoy your candlelight dinner. You're not going to be able to do much of anything fun, a vacation or anything like that, because there's a giant elephant in the room.
Again, we're just trying to convince for a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
What about a spa day?
Sure. I'll go ahead and let you spend your money on me so I can go and feel better.
Yeah, is he
about
going to send
myself.
her on a spa day? I know he needs to go to her and definitely he needs to know from her what she expects from him.
I don't think.
What he wants her to.
Come on,
what-
Lindsay.
yeah,
Come
no.
on. Come on, Lindsay.
Taking
Come on,
her-
Lindsay.
What?
What he expects of her.
What
Don't have
she
sex with
wants him
other
to do.
people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what the expectation is.
Absolutely. But he's done it. He's done the damage.
Yeah, so we're
Right.
talking about a
He's done the
second
damage.
chance.
Exactly.
So what do we're just talking about crazy ideas.
Yep.
Commit to
Yeah.
an idea, Lindsay.
Yeah. So going on vacation, sure, it's nice, but now he gets to go on a vacation too. It's almost like, I don't know if I want to go on a vacation with you right now.
Hall pass. You want a crazy idea? Give her a hall pass.
There,
Give
yeah.
her an opportunity to even Stevens this thing.
Okay.
Mhm. And she doesn't have to tell him about it. Ever.
Well, no, she knows about his, so I feel like it has
It's
to be
only
even.
fair, yeah.
If it's even, it's even.
No.
Why do you not get to tell anybody?
Maybe she doesn't even take him up on it. He'll never know.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Let him wonder. Did she or didn't she?
yeah. Usually works.
Hey, usually does.
Yeah.
Withholding information.
Yeah. People have already texted him what my feelings are on this. To me, it's quite clear. But they are asking.
Yeah.
Right? They are going, what's some scenario? What's a scenario? What is a possibility? Brandon is on. Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Good. How are y'all?
Good. What do you think?
From a person who's been cheated on multiple times, I say the damage has already been done. But if he wants to win over, they've been married 10 years. Renew your vows. Make new vows. Tell her you're committed to her and only her. Just go and renew your vows. That might win her over. You never know.
Right, a mulligan.
Right.
Yeah, pull a mulligan.
Yeah.
Pull that mulligan card. Pull it all day long.
You said that you've been cheated on multiple times, Brandon. Would that have worked with you?
No, because I stayed with someone who cheated on me 9 times.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you
But
blind? Are you blind?
Well, I lived 7.5 hours away from my family at the time. So I was kind of forced just to stick around because I was in a state I didn't know. I wasn't from that state. So I stuck around and rode out the roller coaster.
What was her excuse on the 7th time?
His excuse was I was away from the house for 2 weeks on walk and he got lonely.
So this is your boyfriend.
Yeah, it was my ex.
Yeah.
But when he said that, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I took the call around midnight when he was drunk, took the call, and I left and never looked back.
Had to rip that Band-Aid, huh?
I just left. I was done.
Wait, that was the 7th time.
Yeah. And then
And
I
then you
took the
came
call
back.
took the call back because I was like, oh, maybe you changed. And the ninth time was finally the draw.
For him I'm just being really honest. Him cheating 9 times, do you blame him or yourself?
I blame myself for being blinded by love.
But it
stupidity.
wasn't. No, it wasn't, though.
No. It was not my fault, but I mean, I kept going back.
No, it's your fault. It wasn't love.
It was my own stupidity, trying to think I can change someone.
Right. Hope. Well, it was hope. You were hoping. You were hoping he'd love you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Brandon, have a great day, man.
You too.
All right, see you later.
These texts are good.
Scott is on. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, buddy. What do you think?
You know, let's be real. I love some of the comments, and you guys especially, but let's be real. You're not going to be able to give her a hall pass because we as men are never going to forget that. We're never going to stop dwelling on it. And, you know, we're going to be the demise of that at that point. I think there's only one way to really do it. Either walk away because you can't tell me guilt took over after. You were enjoying it then. You went out for that purpose to go meet somebody. So either open this up to an open relationship, ask her, hey, do you want an open relationship, or walk away now, brother, because you lost it.
Let me ask you, Scott, what would be an argument they would have had that would have not justified him cheating, but going out and being completely reckless? Like what's something?
Well, she would have had to cheat. I mean, the only way I'm ever going to cheat is she walks to me and says she just cheated. I'm walking out. I'm going to get me some, and I'm done with this relationship.
Morning show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and know what you want to say to 82945. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Corbin. I just saw that Pornhub has blocked use of its sites in Utah to protest the state's new age verification law. So now there is really absolutely nothing to do in Utah.
Gimpy, good morning.
Well, hi. How you doing? Rocklahoma's coming up in a couple of months. Labor Day weekend, prior USA. We would be looking at it just like right down the road when it was on Memorial Day weekend, but it was Labor Day weekend. You can get your full lineup, your link for tickets at KMOD.com.
And we're qualifying people for Harley Days of May. You just heard the cue, and it looks like Jeffrey Wright of Muskogee heard the cue, now qualified, has a chance to win a 100th anniversary Harley Davidson Dyna Wide Glide from Steel Horse Motorcycles inside Oklahoma Outdoor World, just off Route 66 in the Sapulpa. Qualify every hour with us throughout the day as well. And at 11:30 today, when you hear Tesla Love Song, you can get qualified as Mel is back from maternity leave today. Woo! And so she's back. So again, 11:30 today is the next chance to get qualified for Harley Days of May. Let's go ahead and do our top 5.
It's time for top 5 songs. This week is the top 5 songs to get you hyped for summer from listener Jamanda. Now,
I mean, it's just got to mention some aspect of summer, yes?
I mean, it could be whatever. I mean, whatever gets you hyped up for summer. If the sound of music gets you hyped for summer, then I guess that fits.
Summer here's winter in Australia. So, I mean,
yeah.
Could we talk about Christmas then?
Right, exactly. But I think if it's got that summer feeling to it, why not?
A vibe, yeah.
Vibe.
Number 5 came out in 1972. The artist said he was inspired to write the song after answering a question about the greatest 3 minutes of his life. He said there were 3, huh? He said there were 2 times. He said there were 2 times during the year. 1, Christmas morning, getting ready to open presents. And 2, the last 3 minutes of the last day of school is like a slow fuse burning. The song was the artist's biggest international hit, and it has been regarded as his signature song and reached number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. Number 5 on the top 5 songs to get you hyped for the summer from listener Jamanda is Alice Cooper and School's Out. Alice Cooper, School's Out, number 5, top 5 songs to get you hyped for the summer from listener Jamanda. Lindsay.
When I think of songs to put on this list, this is actually the first song that comes to mind. On the last day of school, when I pick the boys up, this song, I always jam it for them, nice and loud. It's tradition for us. So based on placement, I have to give it a thumbs down because for me, I would have put it at number 1.
Gimpy.
I'll give it a thumbs up. I kind of get where they're
People like things off kilter like that.
I'll even mention it. I mean, fix that.
Oh, that's rude. That's like, like the cliche of like a mom coming in like, your pictures aren't straight.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Ma.
Another one. Expecting a tour.
Oh, yeah.
You don't walk in and be like, give me a tour.
No, I don't.
I totally do. I
because
love snooping around.
Because I don't want someone to do that to me. Because what if your bedrooms aren't clean or the bathroom's not clean?
Then they'll let you know.
Yeah.
Furthermore, Susan, shouldn't be having company over if that's the case. Bedroom, maybe. Right? Bathrooms, though, clean that ass up if you're having company come over.
Another one. Overstaying your welcome.
Right.
How long? What's the good amount of time to stay at someone's house?
Depends on what the activity is.
Yeah.
Let's say dinner.
Oh, okay.
Couple hours.
2 hours after dinner. After 2 hours.
So you still at 6, 8, get out.
Because now it's time for the family to wind down.
Yeah.
And start doing their own nightly routine.
And I think it depends on who it is too. Like you always know, I think, depending on which friend it is.
Snooping.
Oof.
Yeah.
Opening the cabinet.
Yeah, you
to
don't
look
do
through the
that.
medicine cabinet. You feel like you give the vibe that you do that.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, it's not an insult. I'm just saying it
Yeah.
gives a vibe.
Why? What
Because
gives
you're
you that
nosy.
vibe?
You're very nosy.
What makes me nosy?
Well, you'll walk into a room when a conversation's happening going, wait, what are we talking about?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You love knowing other people's gossip?
Yeah. I'll watch those gossip shows.
No, I'm talking
they're
like
there
personal
for.
gossip. I'm not talking about TV shows.
Yeah, if we're here, I don't want to miss out on anything for sure.
Yeah, that's nosy.
Yeah.
Bringing an uninvited +1.
Yeah. Because now you're forcing the other people to like entertain somebody they don't know. It just makes
Right.
everything.
Or don't
Yeah.
like.
Exactly. And it's not your place to be inviting somebody else over.
Feeding their dog.
Huh? Oh, like table scraps or something?
I think that's what they mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you'd be like, where's your chow chow so I can put it in the
Mhm.
bowl? Yeah. Some people do that. Some people think that because they feed their dogs table scraps or popcorn or whatever,
Yeah.
that they can do that with your dog.
That's good that your dog's stomach has adapted to that. But now you're going to make your friend's dog crap all over their house because it's not used to.
Showing up empty-handed.
I don't think that's that bad. I mean, do I have to bring potato salad every time I come over?
No?
Exactly.
No, I always take something.
Yeah. I always take a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Always, always.
All right. I usually got my medicine on me, so that just works out perfectly.
Yeah, but that's not extra, right? Like you said, it's like
I
offering
don't-
it's like offering him a cigarette.
Right. I don't have to share with you, though. That's the thing. I don't have to.
Yes, but you're not going out of your way is the point, right?
Listen, I'm the guy that goes to Walmart and gets the cookies for the potluck that we're having here at work. Okay. You expect more from me?
Yeah, I think if you go to someone's house and they're making, like, let's just say dinner still,
Mhm.
you got to take something.
Yeah.
I did. I brought
Even
my
a
appetite.
dessert or wine, whatever.
Yeah.
Something.
It's just manners, Gimpy, right?
Right. Yeah, sure.
No?
Listen, y'all invited me over. Okay, cool. I'll come over and have dinner. That's all right. Doesn't mean I have to bring a bottle of wine or a 6-pack or a bottle of anything for that fact. That's that. Unless you say so. Hey, BYOB, bring a bottle, bring a side item. We'll get the main course. That happens to me a lot. We got the main courses. Come on over for barbecue, whatever. Bring a side item. All right, cool. Tater salad it is.
I've never gone to someone's house
Mhm.
and like looked around and said to myself, that's so dirty here.
Oh.
Ugh,
Wow.
Or do they have lives? Right? I don't go, their sheets, they didn't even make their bed. I don't do all that.
Oh, I bet you
Look
have.
down my
No.
nose at you.
Because life happens.
Depends on the level of the filth, right? If you walk into somebody's house,
If you're
and
a
it looks like
hoarder?
hoarders, yeah, exactly.
I ain't going to your house. I already
Yeah.
know you're a hoarder.
This is the first time you didn't realize that they were disgusting people or hoarders until you walk into their house,
Oh,
right?
no. You
You
can read a
totally
hoarder a
thrown
mile
off guard.
away. No, you can read a hoarder a mile away.
Hoarder.
Yeah, you can read a hoarder a mile away.
You just tell by the way they dress, their lack of showering.
Or by their vehicle.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, right? I think absolutely.
But you still don't say anything. You just kind of watch where you sit down, maybe scooch the newspapers or whatever,
Yeah.
paper plates with leftover pizza rolls on them and hang out for a little bit. And I got to go. I got it.
If I'm going to judge, I'm judging, like, I'm going to judge the food.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to judge, like, hey, your bed wasn't made.
Mhm.
No.
I'm going to judge, oh my God, you served Brussels sprouts or whatever that is.
Right.
I'm not going to get all like, ugh, you didn't clean for my arrival.
Right. Right. 'Cause you're right. Life happens.
And you're having a dinner party.
Right. You have to be all over the place. Now, there's a difference between, a little clutter, kids don't know how to pick up their toys, and your house looks like Ross, dressed for less. You know what I'm saying?
I would think if you're hosting a dinner party, you would want to clean up.
You would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
But that's not necessarily true, especially pizza feels like there's no cleaning happening.
Yeah, it's okay to have your laundry still piled up on the back of the couch from like 4 days.
Right? You
No.
should at least pick it up and throw it on your bed.
Yeah.
Right? Give me a place to sit.
Right. Just move the panties over. It'll be fine.
It's always like, I've gone and I stopped getting in the car with this person when I went to get in their car and they're like, hold on. And they had to like unload a bunch of stuff from the seat and the floorboard into the back seat so I could sit down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you invited me to get in your car.
You should have had that fixed up beforehand.
Or just don't invite me into your car.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Right? If you don't have a place for me to sit, what are you doing inviting me over?
I just like the company.
I'm not a charity. Yeah. So that would be, I'm judging food. What do you judge? What's your judge when you go to someone's house? If it's
Cleanliness.
like cleanliness.
Probably. Yeah. Especially if you're having a dinner party.
Yeah. I might do that too.
Uh-huh.
Gimpy?
Definitely cleanliness. Now, it doesn't have to be sparkling like you walk in and everything's ting, 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 ting. No. But if you're inviting people over dinner party or just to hang out and have a smoke, the bulk of
Smoke
things
sesh.
first,
You're so
right?
bougie.
Yeah, right.
You come over a guy and you're like, man, the house was so dirty.
Yeah.
So dirty.
Well, yeah. If you gotta, you can't put your soda down or your water down on the table because it's littered with empty cans. and then-
Right.
yeah, that's what I'm
Right.
talking about, man.
Yeah.
Go get a damn trash bag.
But if-
Clear off the table and it'll be fine.
Yes.
I'm not saying you have to run the vacuum.
Right.
All right. Just don't make people come in and be like, oh God. Oh God. And furthermore, Susan, if it smells a little bit, just spray something. Just spray something in the air. You don't want to walk into somebody's house and get hit with a brick wall of stank. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to be careful too. Don't go crazy. Right? If you're unloading half a can of Lysol,
right. You're
you're
obviously
covering up a
something up.
smell.
Yeah.
Right?
Which will reveal itself in a
In
little
due
bit.
time.
Yes.
It's not permanent.
It smells like wildflowers and ass
Yeah. Is it Febreze?
Mhm.
and mold.
Advertised to cover up stink,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
which means you have a problem if there's stink in the
Yeah.
house. What about a toilet bowl that's got a pink ring in it?
I'm not judging that.
Gross.
It's pink mold.
Yeah.
It's mold
Gross.
Yeah.
in the toilet bowl.
Yeah. That's okay.
Ugh.
Now, I mean, difference between is there sitting urine or like, Mr. Hanky, is he taking
Skid
a little
marks.
swim right there?
There's some rubbing his racing.
Ugh.
Right. Like,
Gross.
previous person was a freckler. I get what you're talking about. Yeah. Dude, that happens, bro. That happens in everybody's house. I'm hoping that you would, at least go in there and take that little brush and whirl around a little bit.
But you didn't.
You didn't, exactly. But I mean, it is what it is. Everybody poops. Everybody has that, whatever you may need a knife for. It's okay.
Bidet, dude. Bidet. Bidet.
Right. I get it. That cleans the skid marks off of your end, but I mean, this is down on the porcelain. I don't think it works like that.
Eat some fiber. What's the strangest type of bird that you'd be willing to eat, such as a shoebill stork?
Hmm.
You know what a shoebill stork is, Lindsay?
No.
Look up shoebill stork. It will, if I remember correctly, this is a very bizarre looking bird. It almost looks human-like.
Got a giant honking
It
schnoz.
is terrifying.
Yeah.
It will haunt you in your nightmares. And if I remember right, it makes a very loud noise. Beautiful chirping or anything. It's a very loud noise.
Mm-hmm.
The shoebill stork. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your pick?
Probably a. What's the one? What are the We call him. My husband calls it a Harry Truman, and that's not what its real name. We see
Dropping bombs?
Huh?
Is it just dropping bombs everywhere it
No,
flies?
it's the. Now I can't even think of the real name of it. You see them all a blue herring. Is that what it is?
Blue herring.
Isn't that a fish?
See them all the time on the.
So it's the ones you see in the ponds, and they got the long legs and stuff like that. Yeah.
The heron. Yes.
Great blue heron.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity.
Gimpy?
Can I say big?
Huh?
Big
bird.
Big bird. Okay.
Oh.
If we're going like a legit bird, I'm going to go with the flamingo.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see if it tastes like shrimp.
Yeah. Flamingo or roadrunner. One of the two.
Yeah. Why not? That sounds fine. Penguin. I'm down for some penguin.
Oh, yeah. Some fricassee penguin.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it getting, it's cold. It's right there on the ice.
Right.
Who doesn't? Some good penguin. Yum. I'm going to name some dishes. You give me a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being awesome.
Okay.
And 0 being pass.
Okay.
Okay. Lindsay, you're in on this too.
Okay.
Let's start basic,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
Spaghetti. Lindsay?
Oh, my.
3.
Okay. This is no chicken, no
noodles.
Yeah.
0.
Okay. Manicotti. For those who don't know, it's a ricotta. Mostly the time it's a ricotta-based filled noodle.
Big ol' honking noodle too.
It's a 6 for me.
Okay.
That's a 0 for me, dog.
Okay.
6.
Okay. Gimpy.
2. 2, if that. I'm struggling for a 2, bro.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Lasagna.
3.
Wow. Gimpy.
Who's making it?
Whoever your favorites is.
It's even my mom's lasagna. That would rank like a 2 or 3 for me. And that's because it's mom's. So lasagna just in general.
Yeah.
That's a 1.
Chicken Parmesan. Chicken Parmigiana.
9.
Never had it.
What?
Crazy.
It feels crazy.
Yeah. So that's going to be a 0 for me, dog.
Oh my God, dude. Chicken. Oh my gosh.
Is it the eggplant and the
Nope.
That one's good too.
That's different.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Chicken piccata. Chicken piccata is the lemon chicken. I know. It's lemon.
Yeah. 7.
That's 0.
Oh my God.
We went to that fancy Italian place for the boss that was it last week, his lunch or whatever. And I'm looking at the menu, I was like,
Mondo's great Italian restaurant.
Mondo's, I respect them and what they do. It's just Italian is not for me. I'm like, I don't know what to get. Everything on the menu had either mushrooms or lemon on it. And I was just like, what's this stuff with the shrimp? Sounds good. I'll eat the shrimp over the noodles, which is exactly what I did.
I mean, I wanted to see. All right, so let's just go with a couple things here because I'm trying to find fried mozzarella.
I mean, that's just deep
10.
fried cheese. But even then, I want to give it like a 4.
Calamari.
10.
Calamari. I'll go ahead and give that like maybe a 6 or something because I've had calamari at other places that's not Italian food.
Bruschetta or bruschetta.
10.
Was that the fancy bread?
It's toast. Most of the time, it's toasted little pieces of bread with tomatoes and olive oil and balsamic and basil. And stuff.
The extremely stale bread that you chip a tooth on every time you eat it. That's a 0.
Let's see. Let's get it. Spaghetti and meatball ravioli.
Lindsay?
6.
Only if it's Chef Boyardee. Which actually his name was Chef Boyardee, but we had to Americanize
Yeah. Give me your rating, Mr. Wikipedia.
1.
Tortellini.
4.
2.
Peppers and onions.
That's it. Like no sausage to put them on.
It's
or
sausage,
anything?
peppers, and onions. It's typically
Like a
4.
bun, you know? I mean, I guess with the sausage, peppers, and onions, I give it like a 3, 4, maybe even.
Fettuccine carbonara.
What's the carbonara part?
Bacon.
Oh.
What?
1.
Eggplant parmigiana.
Yeah, that's 8.
That's a big 0 for me, homie.
Meatball sub.
Oh, God.
5.
This is getting worse and worse the further we go down. 0, man. That stuff is too messy. It doesn't eat well. You have to have a fork to eat a sandwich. I think that's retarded.
Oh, I like it. Gnocchi.
What? Huh? Oh, okay. I've had that come in like a Hello Fresh or something like that once. And I was like, what is this? What is this garbage?
Oh, you didn't enjoy it?
Lindsay.
5.
0.
Oh my gosh.
I know it sounds crazy, but like when it comes to like the Big 10 of restaurants and foods and stuff, Italian's at the bottom of that list for me, man.
Somebody texted in and said, you think Zio's is delicious? You got to try Luigi's and Sky Took. So authentic. I think it's run by the actual Italian mob. I've had Luigi's and Sky Took. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. I like, it's not like I go to Zio's and I order one of everything.
Right.
I worked there after college, and their 5-cheese pasta, adding chicken to it was so good.
Yeah.
Their spinach artichoke dip, which isn't Italian, whatever, but it was so good.
Mm-hmm. I just like the brown paper on the tables that give you crayons.
The cannoli, yeah, I know how to write my name upside down. Cannoli, with the Alfredo and the chicken stuff, so good there.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you the Italian dish, the cannoli. That's delicious, just because it's cheese and powdered sugar.
No, that's the dessert. I'm talking about.
That's the only Italian food that I really, really, really like is a good old cannoli.
We haven't gotten to the real one. Pizza.
I've said it before, and you all thought I was crazy.
1 to 10.
1 to 10, a pizza. That's going to be a 3 for me. So low on the scale, man.
Lindsay.
10.
Yeah.
Always.
Pretty much all those except peppers and onions that we've mentioned are about anywhere between an 8 and a 10 for me.
Really?
See, I love peppers and onions. I don't love the heartburn, but man, it's almost worth the heartburn for me.
A good bolognese pasta.
Italian food. They are the Beatles for me.
A nice short rib braised ragu.
Ragu, the sauce in a jar.
So it's just no. So good. I'm telling you, man, Italian food.
Mm-hmm.
On the podcast, we mentioned one thing is added to a news story. It changes the dynamic of a story. It makes it way more intense. Regardless if it's a news story or a story your friend's telling you. One factor has to do with feces will change the dynamic of a story. I have found another one that changes the dynamic of a story.
Really? Non-poop related, huh?
Non-poop related.
All right, then.
So the headline, I'm leaving out the crazy part. I'm leaving out part of the crazy. 2 kids killed after a bus driver crashes into a daycare.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
I've got the factor added to any story makes it more crazy.
Okay.
2 kids killed after totally naked bus driver crashes into daycare.
Totally naked, huh? That will change any story.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Man robbed McDonald's. Okay. Naked man robs McDonald's.
Yeah.
Okay.
It really paints a picture for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah. I woke up in the middle of the night. Somebody was pounding on the door to my house.
Oh no.
Yes. It was freaky. I didn't know what to do. I woke up in the middle of the night. There was a naked man pounding on the door to my house.
Definitely different.
It lands different, doesn't it? My ex would get so crazy. She'd get drunk and she would run around screaming, right? Yelling at everybody.
Yeah.
My ex, she would get so drunk, she'd get naked and run around screaming.
Mm-hmm.
I had this
It's
friend in
different.
college, man. If he got a good test score, he would celebrate, man.
Yeah.
Get really drunk,
Oh, yeah.
right? Yell, scream, throw stuff out his dorm room window. Right? It's fine.
Yeah.
Seemingly, yeah.
I had this friend in college. If he did really good on a test score, he'd get naked, run around, throw stuff out his window.
Yeah.
It literally does.
It does.
That and the other.
And feces.
Yeah.
You had feces to any headline, you go, oh, hey.
Mhm.
Naked here, you're like, yeah, man, get it together. In a courtroom, man pleads not guilty to murder.
Right.
A naked man pleads not guilty to murder. You're like, why was he naked?
Yeah, how did he get naked in the courtroom? I mean, I guess you could have started off with your clothes on and they got naked, but I feel you would have been stopped about, I don't know, you get your shirt off. You get your shirt off, and that's when I feel the bailiff is going to be like,
Yeah.
hey.
2 Florida paramedics suspended after pronouncing a live man dead. 2 West Central Florida paramedics. This happened on a Wednesday in Clearwater Fire and Rescue. They were placed on administrative duty. WTSP TV reported the incident first. The paramedics from Station 47 responded to a call about a 65-year-old man in cardiac arrest. This happened at his private residence, and they showed up. The responders pronounced the man dead shortly after their arrival. Clearwater Fire and Rescue said in a statement. They left the area once deputies from the sheriff's office arrived to investigate. And according to the news release, a deputy noticed the patient was breathing and requested medical crews to return to the scene. Then Largo fire rescue crews were called and reached the scene about 28 minutes later. And the man was then transmitted to a hospital where he's recovering, according to another TV outlet. Upon notification of the incident, the Clearwater Fire and Rescue team immediately removed both fire medics from their normal duties and discontinued their abilities to provide patient care in conjunction with the county's medical director. They said, on behalf of the city, I apologize for the actions.
No, they're real sorry.
and the inactions of our crew during this incident. He said, we have strict policies and procedures in place that were not followed. According to our preliminary review, these 2 did not perform to the standard of care that our citizens expect and deserve.
They have to say that. They can't say they did everything according to code.
Yeah,
Right.
They can't.
because they didn't.
Because then everyone's going to be put under scrutiny. They've got to put it on those 2 people.
Mhm.
But I can't imagine they showed up with eating a Slim Jim and a big gulp going, yeah, he ain't moving. He looks dead. Maybe they didn't. But I'm assuming they showed up, followed the protocols. I don't know, put 2 fingers on the neck. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever those protocols are.
Mirror underneath the nose. He ain't breathing. He's got to be dead.
You're there. You call 911. Paramedics show up. And they just do 2 fingers under the throat, which is not a correct way to check to see if someone's alive, by the way. And they're like, yeah, they're dead. Do you, watching your loved one in this peril moment, who have called the people to save their life, go, yo, man.
Yeah.
Do your job. Like, do you get into it?
Satisfied.
Well, of course not. But do you get into an aggressive confrontation over the
You assume that they're doing their job right.
I think so, right?
You would just be like, well, I guess Tom's dead. They said he's dead. I got to take your word for it.
Did they put the thing on the finger
Mhm.
and it didn't make any noise? And they were like, yeah, I put new batteries in it yesterday.
Right.
Right.
Well, my thing was, if they are an ambulance, and why weren't they taking the body themselves?
Ambulances don't take bodies.
Oh,
They transport to the hospital
okay. Why weren't they doing that then?
because they said it was dead.
It just all seems so weird. Like,
When a body's dead,
Yeah.
they don't take it to the hospital.
I beg to differ. They took my mom to the hospital.
Did they?
St. John's.
But were they trying to save her on the
No,
way?
she was already dead. She was dead.
The two experiences
Dead.
the two experiences that I have had with dead
Mhm.
people
Mhm.
who have died in the home.
Yeah.
The ambulance comes, they don't take the body.
Yeah, when my mom died, I got the call. We was on 21st, and they lived on 21st and shared it. Anyhow, so I get to the house, and the ambulance is backed up in the driveway, and they got her on the gurney, putting her in the back of the ambulance, taking her to the hospital. She's already pronounced dead.
It feels like an extra trip to take them to the hospital.
I don't know.
well, that's where the morgue.
It's not at the hospital. The hospital has a morgue.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. It works out.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with my dad too. My dad died at the house, and they picked him up, took him to the hospital, and that's where we got to say our final goodbyes.
OD. And if you want to win family 4-packs to hang out at Tulsa Drillers for $2 Thursdays, where you get $2 sodas, $2 beers, and hot dogs, then you should be calling right now at 918-460-KMOD and talk to Gimpy. Get your name on the list. Joining us from the Tulsa Drillers is our friend Justin Gorski. Hello, friend.
Good morning. Good morning.
Tulsa Drillers are home for a good homestand right now, and so many chances to see them in action down at One Oak Field, and they are in a terror right now as you guys have been killing it, and you got another early game today.
Yeah, I feel confident this time. I know last year we came into this and we're like, hey, we're going to play the rain, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, we're going to play. And then it rained out. But today, I feel 100% confident I'm going to say that we're going to play.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and that happened last week. You guys kind of got it when you were in Arkansas.
Yeah, they had some rain there.
Yeah. But you guys are back in action this week. Plenty of chances, a lot of great things, and you got a special day on Thursday with May 4th.
Yeah. So again, like you said, early today, 11:05 first pitch. Come out and enjoy it. The weather's going to be great. We're so excited for that. And then tomorrow, it's like a perfect storm when we're home for May the 4th. Star Wars night just plays itself, and this is one of our favorite ones we do every year. So we're doing a May the 4th t-shirt giveaway that will be giving away to the first 1,000 fans, so get there early for that. We're going to have Star Wars characters out there. We're going to have awesome jerseys that we're wearing on the field. There's actually going to be Star Wars trivia happening in the backyard area, so you can win some great prizes for that. 21 plus out there. Enjoy $2 beers and hot dogs and play Star Wars trivia. And there's gonna be characters out there. We encourage everyone to wear their Star Wars costumes to be involved with the contest. It's gonna be a ton of fun. We're excited.
It'll be like Comic-Con out there.
Yes, I hope so. I hope so.
These t-shirts are fantastic, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to back up to today with that 11:05 first pitch. And we've never talked about this, is your happy half hour.
Yes. So every game, the first 30 minutes the gates are open, we do $4 16-ounce domestics and $6 high noons. So every single game, get there early, because that first half hour, we got that happy half hour.
Yeah, that is an incredible deal that you can take advantage of, but you've got to get there and be there for the first half hour after gates open. And so a game like 11:05, happy half hour
starts at 10 o'clock.
And if a game that's at 7:05,
it'll be 6 o'clock from 6 to 6:30. So you got to get there early, enjoy it, and get that game started right. Our games are going a lot faster now with the pitch clocks, and we're encouraging everyone to get out there a little bit earlier, enjoy these happy half hours, enjoy the food and beverage before you get in your seat, and really enjoy the game.
When you guys are at home on the weekend, usually a fireworks day falls into place on one of those. But this time it's something special with back-to-backs.
Yeah, we are going back-to-back Friday and Saturday. Again, looks like it's going to be a great weekend. So we're really, really excited. So come on out. Huge fireworks shows. Tickets are very limited for these next few games here. Go to TulsaDrillers.com. Tickets start at just $8. Enjoy them. And then Saturday with our fireworks show, it's our Marvel's Defenders of the Diamond. So we actually worked with Marvel, and we have a custom Drillers logo. We basically made Hornsby look like Thor. and it's on the hats and the jerseys that we're wearing, and it's so cool. So come on out. We're going to have Spider-Man is going to be there. Spider-Man character appearance is going to be there for the kiddos. And again, wear your costumes. Enjoy the Marvel Night. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, always a huge night. That is something that kind of came to fruition a couple years ago, just on a whim, and Major League Baseball really got behind it. Now it's become a monster.
Yeah, when we started it was just like, hey, we're going to play movie clips and some sounds and that kind of stuff to go along with it. And now actually Marvel made these custom logos for like 100 teams. And we were one of those teams that bought into that. So it is so cool. The merchandise is awesome. Hornsby looks really, really tough. It's a great look.
For any of the nights that we're mentioning speaks to you and you want to take the family out for a great night out at One Oak Field, make sure you go to TulsaDrillers.com to get your tickets or find another date because the guys are home for a while. Sunday, a 105 start, going to be a beautiful time to go see a day game at One Oak Field.
Yeah, Sunday is about the kids. Kids eat free. They get a free hot dog, chips, and a drink. We have a clinic on the field where they can learn from the players. We got a giveaway for them.
What? This is awesome.
Uh-oh.
The cape?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I was like, I don't know
for
what
kids.
you just saw there, but
who knows what I get excited about. Yeah. A cape for the kids.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's all about them, right? They get to go afterwards and run the trip. Hornsby's hangout is free. Like it's an affordable way to come out and enjoy it.
Yeah, and then you guys in town next week, and we'll get into that more later. But I wanted to mention Tuesday because we don't get a chance to talk about the Tuesdays that happen down at One Oak Field with Tulsa Drillers, but it's a special thing you guys are doing all year long with Tuesdays.
Yeah, we call them our T-Town Tuesdays. We're celebrating Tulsa, and really what we want to do is make it the most affordable for people to come out. You can get into the game and sit in our general admission seats for only $3. And the best part about it is you can sit any seating bowl. You could sit behind home plate. You could sit behind the Drillers dugout, wherever you want for only $9.18. So it's almost half off what a normal ticket would cost. You could sit anywhere in the seating bowl just to say thank you, Tulsa, for supporting us throughout the years.
And as someone who is a closet hoarder, especially when it comes to bags, you guys are going to have your special Goodwill bags that if you stop by the Goodwill booth, you never know.
Never
man.
have enough bags.
They work great for picnics or trips. You want to be able to have a reusable bag. TulsaDrillers.com. And let's talk about a couple other things that have happened. You guys mentioned this a couple weeks ago for renaming the Drillers for a short amount of time. Go ahead and mention that for everybody.
During our 918 weekend in June, we're rebranding as the Tulsa Sound. So really, really excited about that. That was a great identity, a look. Again, celebrating Tulsa, celebrating, a style of music that helped put Tulsa on the map. New merchandise is coming back right now. Whatever it's going to be actually on Friday. We got new T-shirts coming in. Everything will be reloaded online. We have gotten that's been purchased all over the place, and people have been coming in asking for it. It's finally going to be reloaded. So we're excited about that.
10 games so far that have taken place down at One Oak Field for the season. What's been the one that everybody seems to be excited about?
The biggest thing has been the garlic fries. People have been going crazy over those garlic fries. I think I brought them in for you guys in that delicious big souvenir bucket. Mm-hmm. That has been the go-to, and we are selling those like crazy. It's been so much fun. We got actually our ice cream this year. We've made it blue, Drillers, and people have been loving it. It's been so much fun. Seeing the kids with all the blue faces and everything is such a cute little thing, having the pictures taken, but we've had a blast out there.
And of course, we've got $2 Thursdays. May the 4th be with you. Get your special limited edition May the 4th be with you t-shirt. And then $2 on sodas and beers and hot dogs. And then we've got the Oklahoma's largest outdoor bar in left field. But you've also got an outdoor bar area as well that we should mention.
Yeah, the new area, the Hop and Sting Brewing Bar down the third base line in the backyard area. Again, if you guys haven't been out there to see this is 21 plus. On Thursday night. So come on out, enjoy it. We're going to have trivia out there. Like I said, Star Wars trivia, but there's all sorts of backyard games. So we want to feel like you're walking into your backyard with cornhole and giant Jenga and huge tic-tac-toe. And again, that's where the $2 beers are going to be. We're going to have the trivia going on. It's such a cool place to step away from all the craziness. You can still see the game, hear what's going on, but enjoy that area for 21 plus out there.
And then I want to mention this too. If you have not signed up to be a part of the Tulsa Drillers newsletter that comes out, there's some great opportunities that aren't always associated with baseball that present themselves. I don't know if I can or should mention it, but it's something that I think if you're a fan of the Drillers, you should sign up for and get that newsletter because you guys let people know about good deals.
Absolutely. A lot of deals going on there, a lot of special things. Like we're doing a scholarship fund right now. We're going to give scholarships. We just started this year to seniors that are going to play baseball and softball in college. And we're going to help them pay for schooling. So sign up for that scholarship, get involved. But like Corbin said, join that database, hear all the things that are going on, all the fun we got happening there. We had a lot going on.
And you get 10% off of any merchandise too.
That too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
TulsaDrillers.com. Go there, get your tickets, find a date when the guys are home this week to see some baseball, $2 Thursdays, or back-to-back fireworks. Maybe even pick up some merch down there at One Oak Field. Justin, good luck this week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Take a break and we'll be back.
The Big Mad Morning Show.
It sounded like this. I think you want to come get this.
So they call a female officer out, and she ends up retrieving 10.8 grams of meth from the woman's box. And glove box. They ended up busting both of them for the same thing. They both got busted for trafficking meth. They both got busted for possession of marijuana and paraphernalia. And they are both sitting in the pokey right now.
I know some of you are thinking, did she get any breaks because she let them know she had illegal contraband inside her muff? Probably not. You're supposed to tell them.
Yeah, because if you go into the jail with it, that's an extra charge.
Viral video shows car dealer peeing on. This happens in the beautiful state of Wisconsin. Police are looking into a viral video that appears to show a car dealership urinating on a woman's driver's license. In a Facebook post, the victim said she left her ID at a used car dealership in Kenosha over the weekend. A few hours later, she was home eating cheese and then was horrified to see a video of someone peeing on it, making the rounds on social media. It's unclear if anyone will be held accountable. On a positive note, the dealership wants to offer the victim a free car. Yeah. She apparently was trying to buy a car, changed her mind, called and said, I've left my ID. I'll send you $5. When you get the $5, will you mail me my ID?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, yeah, we'll mail it. And then it shows them saying the name and everything, full stream. The video's on our thing, full stream onto this woman's ID. I am no expert in the automotive industry. Lindsay, for sure, in the room is the automotive expert. Her husband works at a dealership. I know Gimpy has worked at a dealership. So I am by far not the expert. I will, however, say I think their career is over.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, God, I hope so.
Definitely.
If you get to keep your job after pissing on somebody's license, man, there's something wrong with management at that position.
Yeah.
Now I can wrap my head around the idea that they were, they'd worked really hard on the deal and, working on commission and, that's going to put food on the table. And he was just pissed.
Yeah. Unless this customer completely was.
Nope.
No. Hear me.
There's no rational reason why you should be. Hold on. There's no rational reason why anyone should urinate on anyone else or on an ID.
I agree with you. So unless this customer was, completely awful to the person working there, and the person that works there is their number one salesperson, that's the only way they're going to keep that job if they are their number one.
The job.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to argue why someone should piss on someone's ID.
No.
There's no reason.
No.
I don't care if that ID was stung by a jellyfish. No.
Right.
No, there's no reason.
It seems like a weird flex.
No.
You don't look cool.
No.
You look dehydrated, to be honest. I'm going to read this headline. This is real. Horses sue the federal government over them being exiled to an island.
Did you get that from The Onion?
No.
Horses
hired
a lawyer. And they're like, hey.
From what
Mr. Ed.
I know you want to say nay, but
I mean.
So they're suing the federal government and the national park. Win Today and Jelly Donut have brought a lawsuit by just kidding. That's not
Okay, I was
Mm.
gonna say.
horses always have like stupid names.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
right,
They
right.
never end in E like a dog's does.
Right.
Anyway, a lawsuit brought by 2 animal rights groups, an environmental activist, and a woman who lives on Georgia's Cumberland Island names a group of non-native wild horses as plaintiffs. The lawsuit claims the horses have standing to bring a suit in their own right. The suit argues that the habitat surrounding the animals on Cumberland Island's national seashore has been gradually damaged by the horses and that the government should move them off the island.
Okay, so the horses are suing to stay on the island?
Um,
I'm lost in this weird lawsuit.
yeah, this says a lawsuit brought by 2
Two people. They're like, hey, these horses are ruining our coastline. They need to be moved. And then the horses are like, nay.
they're the plaintiffs, so they are going, hey,
Okay.
we
We represent
So
the
weird.
horses.
here's a question.
Uh-huh.
Free time?
Mhm.
They have a lot of free time.
Yes.
Because, if you have enough money, you can call them and go, I want to sue XYZ.
Uh-huh.
But typically, you got to do some research and all those other things that come along with it and then do that.
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, as an example, I'm going to sue somebody. Right. And so I've been doing all this. Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. Time to find out what everybody learned. Don't forget, Mel's back from maternity leave. She's going to have your chance to get qualified for Harley Days of May at 11:30. Be listening for that cue. Lindsay, what'd you learn today?
It's nice to see Turkey Mountain being recognized for its forest growth and not erectile growth for a change. And making sweet tea is just like making holy water. You boil the hell out of it.
Gimpy, what'd you learn today?
I learned that first you must set your oven to super hot, not just super hot, but super duper hot. I also learned that Gal Gadot can smell like hot vomit, and I would totally hit that, no problem.
I learned that it doesn't matter who it is or what they smell like. Gimpy hit that. And I also learned Pornhub's taking their balls and going home.
Well,
It's Corbin.
bye.
It's Corbin saying, make sure that dishwasher's loaded right.
It's Lindsay. Stop tracking my cycle.
This is Gimpy, and I'm sorry.
Ready?
Ask them.
Right.
We'll put them on. We want to call them as a witness.
I would like to call my first witness, Starlight.
I want to call my first witness winning streak.
Right.